It until showtime. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
It's time for your midweek motivator with C the Boys, with your hosts Crystal C.B. Booker and the boys George Biker, Boy Hallman, Roger Hawkins, and J. Lee Douchey Man Thomas. Get set for music, motivation, conversation, and fun. Now,
warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
All right, and welcome everyone to CB and the Boys. I am CB, your hostess with the mostess, and I've got my boys in the building, Mr. George Backer Boy Holman. Roger Hawkins hasn't joined us yet, and Jada Dushman Thomas haven't joined us yet, so hopefully they will. And then we have the fabulous Mimi Acosta in the building. And how is everyone doing tonight? Good, I hope.
I am great, fantabulous. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we can. Fantabulous. I like that. Fantabulous also.
Right. We're all fantabulous.
Yes, we are.
Well, we are going to dive into it. If you're just now joining us, you are listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday for Midweek Motivator, bringing you music, conversation, and fun, and a lot of motivation. So get up off of that thing. Dance so you feel better. Anyway, so our topic tonight is going to be keeping the spark in your relationship lit. And to start things off, I wrote an article years ago about finding love. And as fate would have it, it's called The Necessity of Love. So this is basically what you do or why love is such an important part of our lives and why we need love. And then we will branch it off into, once you find love, then how do you hold on to it? How do you keep the spark lit? So I know we all have our opinions and our point of views on this. So here we go. I wrote this several years ago, and it is true now, as it was then. This is called The Necessity of Love. The resource that I have it on is easingarticles.com, where I am known as an expert author of sorts. So if you want to refer back, you can go to easingarticles.com and look for the book there, and you will find me. Anyway, here we go. What's love got to do with it? The answer to this age-old question is really quite simple. Love has everything to do with it. We've all heard the cliches. A life without love is no life at all. Love is all you need, or what the world needs now is love, sweet love. The list goes on. The truth of the matter is that love does play a huge part in our humanity. Love is a major factor we need from the time we were born, through our lives, and at the end of our lives. In 1958, Harry S. Harlow, a psychologist at the University of Wisconsin, published The Nature of Love. which were his daily accounts from a study he conducted using baby monkeys. The study was successful in proving that all living things need love and affection in order to survive. The baby monkeys that received love and warmth were able to thrive. The baby monkeys which were alienated from the warmth and feeling of love and security found it very difficult to survive. Love is a vital element for our very existence. Although love holds many different meanings for different people, one thing we all have in common when it comes to love is that it is something we all want as well as need. The love of a parent for their child is the core element. As parents, you want to protect them from harm and help prevent them from making the wrong choices. At the end of the journey, you hope to have raised healthy and rounded adults who will be a successful contributing factor to society. The level of love and affection a child receives is one of the deciding factors of what type of person they will become. There is no such thing as too much love, but lack of love can be disastrous. Relationships can prove to be very difficult, if not impossible to thrive without the presence of love. Couples in a love relationship don't last, period. A relationship is an equal give and take. One happily gives and the other gratefully receives, and vice versa. One element cannot exist without the other. When one of those elements is missing, the relationship fails. Think about it. If you were in a relationship where you gave your love, attention, and time, but you never received any of those things back in return, just how long do you think you'd stay in that situation? The answer for most would be not long. Believe it or not, finding love is really not that hard. Holding on to love once you have found it is the hard part. The key to successfully achieving this is to communicate with your mate. If there is something you dislike pertaining to your mate, tell them, and in doing so, encourage them to do the same for you. By doing this, you are starting off your relationship with honesty and trust. These are the two major key elements for a relationship to work. You have to connect with your mate on more than a physical level. Remember, to know your mate is to love your mate and everything about them. If you are one of the few who do find it, hold on to it, cherish it, and appreciate it for all it's worth. For love is a rare and magnificent thing. So, do you guys agree? Do you agree that love is a necessity that we all need to thrive and grow?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No matter where it comes from or how it comes. Some people in type of love, some people need a different type of love. You can have, let me ask you this. Do you think you can have love without having a partner?
Yes. Self-love is also important because the key to true love is loving yourself. Most definitely.
Right. Right.
That's right.
So, if there's no, in my humble opinion, if there's no love of some sort in your life, whether it be you loving yourself, loving the dog loving you, a person loving you, whatever, if you have nothing to share love with, then that's right there, in my opinion, is the beginning of the end. Because that's a recipe for suicide, psycho murderers, open shooters, you know what I mean? Active shooters, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So there's got to be some love in there somewhere.
I agree. And like in the words of the great Billy D. Williams from Mahogany, when Diana Ross's character is out of control and he tells her that there's nothing without someone you love to share it with. I mean, that is true. It's no fun to be successful if you don't have someone to share it with, someone to have fun with, someone to bounce their ideas off of, someone to connect with,
That is definitely true. I totally agree with that. sometimes there ain't nobody for you to share some things with. So you find people to share it with if you got somebody at home.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like you said, it could be the dog, it could be the cat, it could be the neighbor. It's either you
Right.
have it in you or you don't.
Right.
Right.
Sure. That is true. That is true.
So,
But the thing true love is really loving yourself, because if you don't love yourself first, then you don't have the capability of loving someone else if you can't love yourself.
Right. And
I know that.
Woo!
Me too. I definitely love me for sure.
George, I don't know what
Like,
with that one.
right.
I'm just
Right.
saying. I'm keeping it clean and kosher for the public. But yeah, no, for sure. I definitely agree with everything you said. And your poem is actually beautiful, by the way. Was it a poem or just something you wrote, or
An article.
Please and love?
it's just the article I wrote.
It's just an article she wrote.
It's the article I wrote.
I love it.
She got some skills in there somewhere. You know what I mean? She got some skills. Just a little bit. She got some skills.
Skills, honey. Yes.
I give her props.
Let's give her a 10, okay? Shoot, if she got mad skills. You just don't know that, cuz.
Oh, trust me, I do. If I didn't know, I wouldn't be here right now. I'm just saying.
Uh-oh.
I'd be like, cuz, you're horrible. No.
The show is about love.
So all
It
you
is.
listening out there in Blog Talk Radio Land, iHeart, YouTube, Facebook, if you got any comments, you can throw in the chat. You can throw in the chat and comment on our topic of love today. Or even if you want to, if you're watching the show via podcast, there's a number right on the screen, 516-85603. To all of the above, we would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yes, we would. So, Mimi, being that we're women, do you think that it is just automatically expected of a female to be the breadwinner, be the one to take care of the kids, take care of the home, put our dreams and our desires on the back burner? While usually the guys get to go do whatever they want, but it's like it's something that is automatic when it comes to females. It's like it's what's expected of us. Would you agree with that?
Well, let me just say this. By nature, we are nurturers. So, you know, we naturally take on the ball and run with it when it comes to taking care of ourselves, taking care of the man, making sure the kids are good, or the kids, Like, we run with stuff naturally because it is in our instinct to do so, especially when we got kids, especially when we have a man, especially when we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we have to do on our part so they don't go, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
So my thing is, you know, we do that by nature now, whether they want to join us, help us wash some dishes, cook, watch some kids, put them to sleep. Whether they want to do it or not, I wouldn't so much beat them across the head if they don't do it, because I don't even care. My thing is, let's make sure that these bills are paid. Let's make sure these car notes are paid. Let's make sure these things are done. You know, make sure the garbage is out. If we got a little boy running around the house, he better show his little ass from when he learned how to pee in that damn little tubby thing. Show him how to get that garbage out. Look, it's all love in the house. I'm not playing that game. I have my daughter doing everything from little. You know.
Hey, look, I helped with the dishes. The dishwasher broke, and I fixed.
See, look at that.
Well, there you go.
Yes. Gotta do it at the start.
We give you your props, George.
Yeah, so we do all these things. So I think that when we take on the responsibility of doing so, though, sometimes it could bite us in the ass because we may have somebody that comes in doing these things, and when we start doing so much, then they start drawing back like, oh, she got the dishes, oh, she got the food, oh, she got the kids, damn, I'm good. You know? So it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't type thing, but I think it's all in communication because you might have somebody that loves to cook. You might like cooking at all, and he might be like, look, baby, the kitchen is mine because I'm the chef of the house. You know what I'm saying? If you can help me clean up afterwards, or we could, it's in communication because people are different.
Right. That is true.
You know,
and you nailed it when you said communication. Communication is key.
And in my opinion, some of that is not even need to be said because if you love your partner and you see your partner doing all these things, you don't want them to do all these things by themselves. You want them to be part of it. My wife cooks, I cook. She cleans, I clean. Sometimes we cook together. You know what I mean?
Hold on,
it's just
George.
one or the other.
Let me interrupt you for a minute because we do have a caller on hold.
Sweet.
646, you're on with CB and the Boys. Can you state your name?
Hi, this is Amin Ra.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
You heard that? Your quiet moment? That quiet moment was like, who? That quiet moment was like, what? Okay.
Hey,
What's going on, y'all?
How are you?
I was hoping y'all was still on.
Hey, you know what?
Yes.
Do you have his email? Do you have his email?
Yeah.
When you send him the link.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in Raw.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We are going. Do you have the ability to hop on video? Because our radio show has gone podcast now. We're full video.
Oh, excuse me. How do I get on you guys?
How
do I get on with you guys?
I'm having Crystal email the link right now.
Okay. It should be
And
fun.
all you gotta do is click on, but stay on the phone. Stay on the phone like you are with us talking right now, and just pull up the video part, mute. Unless you're doing it from your phone. Are you doing it from your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I just finished rapping, so I just got home. We just wrapped not that long ago.
You got up with a webcam?
And I got my phone got a webcam. My phone got a webcam.
Yeah,
home
stay
yet.
on. Yeah, the reason I said that is because you gotta need to stay on your phone through Blog Talk Radio to talk to us. And if you can hop on a computer or on a webcam of some sort, you can click into the video and be on here with us.
I don't have access to it right now. Dang.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, we can still talk. I'm glad to hear from you. How things going with you?
Yeah.
Things are going pretty. It's going. I'm being tested right now. I'm being tested right now. Yeah, when something goes wrong in your life, you're being tested right now. So I'm being tested, but I'm gonna make it though. I always do.
Stay positive, baby. We got this. I'm not leaving you behind.
Positive.
Hey, listen up for our viewers out there.
No, I'm saying the measure of a man is how he overcomes adversity. So it's gonna be glorious.
Right. So for those of you who don't know, listening in and watching in, you are hearing from Amin Ra, one of our past guests that we had on the show.
And a fan of our show.
Peace and blessings, everybody. So on the positive
note, hot. Music hot. Music hot. That's all I can tell you. Music hot. And here in a little bit, I'm sure Crystal's already going through this, looking for some of his music. We gonna throw something out there from Amin Ra for you. But the man is hot.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Nah, on a positive note, I'm pushing everything forward with my business. So being a triple threat artist, I sing, choreograph, as well as, act professionally. And I was spreading myself too thin at first because I was too busy trying to make sure I did everything perfect and I didn't blend it together. So that's doing three things at one time when I should have just blended it together and made it one thing and one complete package. So, the branding is right. Thanks to y'all, the music is getting out there, so I completely appreciate y'all. But we having a juicy conversation. I came in on a juicy conversation. I want to jump into what y'all was talking about.
Yeah. All about that love.
We're talking about love in a relation.
I'm good at this one.
So what you got for us?
What I got for us? Okay. Well, basically, how do you keep this spicy relationship hot? That's what we was talking about, right? That's what the flyer said?
Yep.
So, I think, me personally, I just got out of an 11-year relationship. So, it's perspective. It's a different kind of understanding. It's a completely different kind of understanding where you have to appreciate the person and accept the person for everything they are, because you'll never get anywhere if you only accept half of them or a piece of them. And somebody in the business that we're in, it's very hard to be in a relationship. So keeping things spicy is always going to be a little bit more for us. So I'd have to keep things spicy, but it'd be far in between because I might be going on the road. I might be doing things. So I'm going to need complete understanding for you. But to keep it spicy, like to men, what keeps it spicy is letting us feel like it's the first time every time. See, when I meet you, that first high that you get when I first meet you, and I don't know what to say, don't know what to do, and then we finally connect on a personal level, that first high is something that you chase through the whole relationship. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
So to keep spark, I'm talking too much. I don't want to give all those secrets out.
No. You're doing fine. Because I'm right there with you. I'm ready to chime on that same thing because that high you're talking about is an endorphin. It's an endorphin that our brains create. It's an actual drug, and just like any other drug, you can get addicted to it. And when you get that addiction is that spice you're talking about. You want to feel that all the time. So you got to keep away. You got to keep away to keep that same feeling. You have to do different things. Do whatever. I mean, it's not about changing the lifestyle or changing a person or changing anything that's going on. It's just about doing things to create to maintain that high that you got that first time. I am 100% with you, brother. You are actually absolutely right, because that's exactly what it's all about right there. And that's what this conversation here, this tonight, is about. How to maintain that high in a relationship. Because when you lose the high, you lose the relationship.
Here's the gem. All you got to do is not through gifts, but to keep it spicy with me and to keep my nose up and to keep me looking forward to coming home, just show me how much you know me. So I don't even have to say certain things. Just show me how much you know me. That's the biggest thing we can do. And this thing guys can do. Appreciate it. Sometimes it gets misunderstood because we appreciate each other. And then when you might do something sexy that we might not catch on the first time, and you do it a few times, and after a while you give up. But sometimes guys just got to pay more attention because y'all throw out subs all the time. Y'all throw out little hints all the time. And sometimes we don't see it, and we're engraved in our own lives, and then when something goes wrong, we sitting there flipping what went wrong, and she was just like, you wasn't paying attention. I always say women are like an open book. Men just don't know how to read.
Ooh,
exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
I couldn't agree with that more. I could not agree more.
Man.
I could not agree more.
When you figure that out, I look forward to coming home. Oh, I can't wait to come home. Oh, I know she's going to do something that's going to make me laugh, make me want to pull her hair, make me want to do something. Just show me how much you know me. I shouldn't even have to ask you. And in return, because I know girls are like, well, what you going to do for me? In return, I'm going to completely show you my appreciation. I will show you how much you are appreciated at all times. Even when I'm ignoring you, I'm going to show you how much you're appreciated. Even when you get on my nerves, I'm still show you how much you're appreciated. Maybe not right then because you piss me off, but
when she thinks that you're ignoring, but you're not ignoring.
Yeah, because y'all like to play chess. Y'all like to try and play chess, but you know, if I move here, is he gonna move here? And if I do this, how's he gonna react? Yeah, okay, okay, I can tell you playing chess. The faster men can find out and realize they play the game back and forth, it's the battle of the sexes. That's it.
Yeah.
And y'all are always
It's
gonna try and push the button to see how much we know you.
Well, I wrote an article called 5 Ways to Reignite the Spark in Your Relationship. It says the cause of so many failed relationships is that the flame fades out. Many couples don't know how to reignite that flame to make it burn long, hot, and strong. There are many contributing factors to the reasons why this happens. One reason could be one gains weight and their partner loses interest as a result. Another reason could be both stop trying, give up. The list goes on and on, but whatever the reason for the flame fading out, there are 5 ways you can reignite that flame and get the spark back in your relationship. The first way is to remember why you were originally attracted to your partner and build on it. Try to reflect on what it was about that person that made you want them, because whatever it was, it's still there. The second way is, instead of pointing out the negatives about a partner, focus on the positive and what you like about them. If you like the way they wear their hair, let them know and compliment them. Let them know you notice them. This shows you still care. Third way is to be full of good surprises. Get to know each other again. Arrange for romantic events such as a candlelight dinner or a walk under the moon, which results in you're looking in each other's eyes. This usually yields a hot and steamy kiss. Fourth way is to escape the ordinary. Do role playing and act out your fantasies. Experiment and do things you would normally do. Have fun with your partner. The fifth and final is to tell them you love them and then show them. Remember, actions always speak louder than words. You guys ever done any of these 5 techniques?
Yeah. First and foremost, you should do an audio book. You sounded like you said you should do an audio book, because that was dope. Number 5. That was dope. That was dope. I wanted a few more. I was waiting to listen to a few more. That was dope. Yeah, so, I mean, me personally, I've done a few of them.
Do they work?
Number 5, I like the best. Yes, they do. And it was trial and error. But the thing is, like I said, women would throw hints out there. We just got to do it. We got to read the book. Whatever she just put out, pay attention. If you want to understand it, she's telling you right there. She told you exactly what she wants. There's no reason for us not to have a blueprint. How to make y'all happy. You literally told us.
What if I remember? Ain't you got a blueprint of this song? A song is a blueprint of this
Which one, sir?
Right.
I would say probably either Finish would be a good one.
I would say Finish. I would say
I'll do it. Do you have me?
I have that.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Do you have Remember Me? Finish. Finish is good. Finish. Oh, the Remember Me is the newest one. That might resonate with people a little more, because music sometimes it reflects the time. I Remember Me was dope. Yeah, it was dope. Now you got to make sure they remember you if you have it.
All right. Here we go. Here is Amin Ra and Remember Me.
Yeah, I'm
I be wishing I can come, you be ready for it. No permission, none, it ought to be as bad as you are. That nigga take a picture, it'll last long. I'm just trying to leave it for the last song, yeah. I just had to pull up in the Mac Black shorty act that he ain't never getting that back, yeah. Started on her feet with the tap, now she on the knees in the trap giving cash that, yeah. Pulled up, top out, I want to show you take a top out. Ass feel for the tick out, shit popped off and she got dropped off, yeah. Shoes on, socks off, penthouse, top floor, bend down, drop low, bend down, drop low. You don't know what to do with her, you can just give her to me, yeah. Ain't like them niggas you need, nah. Girl, you gon' remember me, you keep that humanity, yeah. Bring it to a memory, girl, you gon' remember me, girl, you gon' remember me. All we can, get it for the weekend. Girl, you gonna remember me. Freaking going off the deep end. Ain't no need to pretend. Girl, you gonna remember me. As you chillin' with Anita, ask about a man to get amnesia. She said she don't fucking need ya. Same way I feel about a feature. We out the country on the beach. She wear red bottoms, no sneakers. I try to tell her we do it. She ain't believe me, now she sees it. I knew you were afraid, 'cause you got dude in the way, yeah. Pulled up, top out. I don't want to show you top out. Ass feel for the tits, shit popped off. And she got dropped off, yeah. Shoes on, socks, penthouse, top floor, bend down, drop down, bend down, drop down. You don't know what to do with her, no. You can just give her to me. Ain't like the niggas you meet, nah. Girl, you gon' remember me. You keep that humanity, memory. Girl, you gon' remember me. Girl, you gon' remember me. All we can, get it for the weekend. Just let's be friends. Girl, you gonna remember me. Freaking going off the deep end. Ain't no need to pretend. Girl, you gonna remember me. I see you on top. Roll around, showing no. Looking back in your thoughts. Girl, you gon' remember me. You don't know what to do with her. You can just get me. Ain't like the niggas you need. Girl, you gon' remember me. You keep that humanity. Bring it to a memory. Girl, you gon' remember me. Girl, you gon' remember me. All we can, get it for the weekend. Let's be friends. Girl, you gonna remember me. Freaking going off the deep end. Ain't no need to pretend. Girl, you gonna remember me. Very nice.
Yes.
Yes.
I like that.
Thank you so much.
I like that.
I'm shooting a video to that, not this week, but in like a week and a half. I'm shooting a video. I'm coming over to treatment for the music video now. It's gonna be it's gonna be on the TV show pilot that we're trying to sell to networks right now. So we have a TV show pilot that we filmed and I executive produced and choreographed and acting. So you'll see it because it's gonna come out. But that's gonna be one of the songs that's on the pilot. So when you see the video, if you see clips of a TV show, you'll know it's going back and forth as it fills the soundtrack. So I'm gonna get it out there some way.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we stream it and get people streaming and everything, so you can get all the views that you need. Yeah,
Thank you so much. Yeah, y'all was something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So back to the picture at hand. Finish school.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Well, what I was gonna say is that as you know, we look for the men to be, the gentlemen and to do romantic stuff. Ladies, we still need to do our part. Like, for example, one thing is one of my biggest pet peeves is someone that says, I just let myself go. I found my man or I found my partner and I just let myself go. And that is one thing that you shouldn't do. Like,
The worst
you should
thing.
want to keep yourself together, not just for your partner, but for yourself as well. Because if you're going to make some changes, you want to make positive changes. You don't want to negatively impact yourself in any way, and especially in a way that's going to jeopardize your relationship. If you know when you met your partner that you were a certain way, and when you're in the dating mode, you know, you want to look your best, you want to do your best, you want to, you know, put your best foot forward while you're trying to, as they say, catch the man or catch partner. But the same things that you did to catch them, to land them, the same things you need to maintain. Exactly. Because what one woman won't, another woman will.
Listen, it's funny because I tell my female friends this all the time. I have like 3 or 4 female friends that I don't mentor, but I kind of give them the other side just to help them navigate a little more. And I say that to them all the time. Men are like hunters, and like I said, back to what I said before, we have to keep it like the first day we met. And if I met you a certain way, sometimes men are really visual. So it doesn't matter if you're cool and chill. That's why I like a woman that I would try to meet when she's regular. Like, I would like to meet a woman when she's regular. So when she's at her best, like when if she's dope when she's regular, as soon as she attempts to even dress up slightly, it means so much. Because I already liked her when she was before the makeup and before everything else that I put on, before the lashes. That's how I want to meet the woman for me. Because that's how it's going to end up. That's how it's going to end up. If I meet you a certain way, and but like how long does it take for the bonnet to come out?
The worst thing on the planet is the worst thing on the planet is to go to bed with one woman and wake up with a different one.
Yeah, man, the whole makeup on the whole pillow covered in makeup. Like, where is your face?
Like, I'm gonna get stuck though. Like in that scene where he meets her and she takes off her hair and she's got this twig on the top of her head, and then she takes her leg off. You know, she's like, "Don't make me hop after you."
I'm gonna get you sucker, of course.
Right, I was thinking the same thing. I'm gonna get you sucker.
I say all the time, I have to be able to wake up to you. As long as I can wake up to you, because that's when the boogers is in your eyes, that's when your breath stinks. But if I can still wake up to you, then we good. Everything else is just extra credit.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
I like that.
Wait, look
if I enjoy you, if I can enjoy you at your worst, then you ain't got to worry about this.
Yeah,
right.
Shaq's wife is beautiful. But you never really seen her do too much with makeup and stuff like that. She's everyday beautiful. That's the ones that people wife. The everyday beautiful ones. When you see a lot of models that overdo it a lot sometimes, they're the ones that's usually single. It's the ones like that don't have to do much. It's the ones that he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay over here.
If your skin tone changes when you get a line, you got on too much makeup. You already telling a lie. Already telling a lie.
You gotta put the tea on. You gotta put the make tea when it goes down your nose and it crushes.
Right. I'm just saying.
That kind of leads into a whole new thing. People putting on a mask to hide who they truly are. That's why I think shows like Catfish are popular, because there's so many people that are hiding behind digital technology, whereas you can literally be whoever you want to be on the internet.
Right.
Yeah,
you don't know who you're talking to.
Right.
Thank God for the phones now. The phones now, you got to FaceTime. You got to make sure I know who this is. Catfishing in this day and age, I cannot understand that, because I got catfished when I was young. But when I was young, they didn't have like the phones that they have now. It was like I had for you to send something in the mail. By the time you kept avoiding sending something in the mail after like 2 years, I was like, listen, I'm not going to speak to you again until you send me something.
Hey,
show me how you live. I need with those.
It's funny you would say that, because Crystal got catfished, and that's why she is the way she is now.
Oh.
Just tell you.
What did he think was going to happen? What did he think was going to happen? He was going to be so in love with you that when he finally seen you that you wasn't going to care? He's like, nah, she loves you so much, she's not going to care.
Well, that's what it was for a minute. That's what it was for a minute. When she was like, oh, damn.
You gotta,
She was like
you gotta
Smokey.
look for the
She was like
signs.
Smokey when
look-
old girl got out the car. She said, "Damn."
You gotta look for the, yeah, you gotta seriously look for the signs. They're out there. Sometimes they're there. Like I said, when she sent me that picture, she sent me a picture of her and her mom. Now, if you ever want to know, I can't say that.
Exactly.
If you ever want to,
you want to know what they're gonna look like? Look at Mama.
If you,
Mama, because that's the future her.
He said it.
You afraid to say it? I ain't afraid to say it. We got a disclaimer that we play at the beginning of the show. We can say what the hell we want to say. I'm just saying.
What? You know what? I can't really say that. I can't say that. You can't look at my mom and be, oh, that's what she gonna look like. Because I don't look like my mom.
And you know what? It's not 100%. It's not 100%. That's not 100% true. But it's at least 80% true.
It's enough for me to say something. It's true enough for me to speak on it.
Right.
Which
I'm not
taking anything away from my mommy, but I know some situations that's like, Ooh.
But you've never heard a guy say to a woman, "Yo, you look just like your dad," and mean it like the same way you mean it.
Right.
That wouldn't even sound right. Like, what? Yeah, you look just like your pops. Why am I talking to you? She looks just like her father.
You see, the undercover thing is, ooh, the apple did not fall far from the tree.
Yeah, listen.
That's the undercover
mom,
safe phrase.
When your girl's mom, that's when you're thinking about the long haul. If you don't pay attention to that, when you're looking for the long haul, all that stuff you have to pay attention to.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Your mom is a very beautiful lady. Like, no makeup. I just love looking at her. Then I have my days like today on a little eyeliner and lipstick, but I can't do all the extra stuff where I can't lay on a pillow or hug somebody, you know?
But you always
and
fabulous.
I'm not staying down in the bed with no makeup on, no way.
You know how many times we be late to the club and she's like, just 10 more?
One of our suppliers
not
here.
Even that makeup got to come. That stuff got to come off the minute I walk in. All that mess got to come off. As a matter of fact, I'll be on a set on a video shoot or whatever the shoot is, movie set, whatever. As soon as my party's over, I'll be like, y'all sure y'all done with me? Because I'm in the bathroom.
That's smart. That's smart.
See,
Now, listen, because that's just smart hygiene. Yeah, hygiene-wise, that's just smart because a lot of times if you do certain things and you keep it on, that'll mess with your skin, so you got to take it off. If that's the first thing you do, that's smart.
But let's chime in here. We got one of our freaking flyer viewers here, Wayne.
Okay.
Wayne chimed in and said, I think we as humans place too much value on appearance and not what our partners can feed our souls. Not to say we don't like beautiful people.
And that is
that's true. I agree with that.
Beauty does fade. Because at the end of the day,
true. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
No, that's 100% true. I just want to ask a question. Has anybody ever looked across the street that she got a beautiful soul?
No.
You got to think about that whole. Look at how she walking. Her soul looks fantastic.
Well, no, let me throw out the disclaimer. Let me throw out the disclaimer here. Hold on. I haven't said that, but it was because I knew the person already.
I'm talking about first meeting them, like walking in the street and you walk past each other for the first time and says, her soul looks gorgeous. No, if she's not going to be visually impaired, half the time people won't stop. So it kind of has to do with that. Just to answer his question, yes, that's ultimately why you stay. That's not why you meet. When you meet, it's something like it's something words can't say, and then when you speak, it's just an extra added bonus. If I'm looking at you in your eyes and we catch eyes the right way, there's words that come through without even words being said. That's just visually. When you speak, you can talk very ugly. You can be gorgeous and talk yourself very ugly.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody can be
absolutely
really, really gorgeous, and as soon as they open up their mouth, you're talking about
you can really talk yourself out of all them looks. That will mean nothing if you can't back it up as soon as you speak.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So looks is not everything. No, looks is not everything.
But it's the beginning. But it's the beginning.
What attracts
It's the beginning. Nobody wakes up in the morning. I don't know one motherfucker that wake up in the morning. You know what? I'm gonna go find me an ugly bitch.
So, ladies,
No, I'm just saying.
Can I ask y'all a question, ladies?
Sure.
Okay, this is just humans in general, but ladies, I'm asking y'all, when you first look at a guy, when you see his feet, is that the first thing you look at to tell what you need to know about him without even saying something? Sometimes people look at a certain thing and they'll say, okay, this is something I can deal with. But sometimes a lot of people look at each other's feet when they first meet because that's your feet tell the story about go through or how you feel about yourself, especially for ladies. So is it the same thing for y'all?
We are going to the nail shop and we're going to get your feet done. This is how I look at this, right?
That's the grown and sexy.
I'm going to tell you something. If I like you enough, if I like you enough, we are going to fix some things, okay? If I got to take you to the house to fix some things, I'm taking you to because I really like you and I really want you to be okay with me. Because, you know,
I mean,
Scorpio,
I
you know, I'm
I didn't even get past the socks. I didn't even get past the socks yet. Oh, you talking about feet? I'm talking about shoes.
Well, you know what? Look, I take very good care of myself, which means that my partner is going to have to take very good care of himself. And if there's some things that he's lacking, I'm going to make sure that those things are fixed because I get down.
Talk that talk.
I'm just thinking about me. I'm just saying.
Talk that talk.
I'm just saying.
That's why I have a song. I have a song called Talk Your Shit. Like, talk my shit. Like, I love when people talk that shit. I love it.
I'm just saying. I'm just really keeping it real. Like, you know, there's some things because the thing about it is that okay, look. And I'm not gonna say all men because some men don't really think like how women think, and then women don't think like men think. Like, you know, sometimes I think after a certain time in life, I don't know, people just let themselves go, and they don't think that, you know, men are looking at a certain thing, or us women are thinking, okay, well, you know, he's not really looking at this, or he's not really looking at that. No, he's looking at everything. So I mean, you know that I'm on point, but I have had, you know, friends and people that I know that have actually let themselves go a little bit. And it's, girl, you can't let yourself go like that because you never know who's watching. You know, and it's so much not so about that for some people, because for me, it's like I could really care less, but I know that I do me anyway. So I guess I'm just not going to say anything because I'm going off into the deep end with this one.
No, that's what happened to me. But that's kind of what happened to me. Like, that's crazy because meet somebody, it's like, especially if you're in like the music business, a lot of the relationships that I went into that went wrong is because dating a musician. I can see why parents tell their daughter to date a musician. Like, I can understand that why. Like, there used to be a thing, don't date a musician. Like, just don't do it. Parents used to tell their daughters stay away from musicians. But I see why now. And a lot of times when I'm dating somebody, my life gets so hectic, the person I'm dating gets into my life and is herself. Because it becomes a kind of high to that person, especially if they wasn't a part of it. See, people like me, we have a problem. Either we meet somebody that's not in the music business and that's our sanctuary, or we meet somebody that's in the music business and they understand us. Either way, it goes wrong. So any woman that I'm dating, sometimes she'll lose herself in my life. So when you said you keep yourself on point, sometimes it's forced to some people. Like, it's comfortable to you and it's easy to use. But to some people, they have to force it.
Now here's a statement from Wayne. I'm gonna read this out to those of y'all that are on our podcast. Wayne chatted in. My rule is no one is more important to in a relationship. I come first.
But you have to. I mean, he's right. He's got to come first in order for him to be able to do somebody else. So you know what, Wayne, put us my love.
That's a very open-ended statement because of what Mimi just said. You know, because that could be taken two different ways. But to be truthfully, I agree with it in the sense of what Mimi just said. Because if you can't make sure yourself is right, how can you entertain this relationship if you ain't even right?
Right.
My vocal coach would tell me.
Yeah, I can't expect his feet to be all nice and shit if my shit jacked up.
No, but the other thing my vocal coach said to me, shout out to Craig Gary, my vocal coach. The thing he said to me is, he's an old school dude. He's like in his 70s. And what he said to me is, he was like, people need to stop going to a relationship saying, let's do this 50-50. We need to go in 100 and 100. Because the problem is you only do 50% of yourself. Stop telling somebody, let's go into this partnership, especially a relationship. Let's do this 50-50. We're equal. We're even. Let's go in 100 with 100. I'm gonna give you all of me. I'm not gonna give you 50% of me, and wait and let you fulfill the other half. So that kind of goes parallel to what you're saying. Like if we both come in 100 and 100, those problems lessen by like 10-fold, 20-fold.
Yeah, I'm coming in at 100%, and I'm gonna allow yourself to cut your ass off. And if you get to below a certain percentage, then you go. How that goes?
You should put the meter on the refrigerator. You should put the meter on the refrigerator and let us know when it's going down. Because sometimes we don't communicate and it'll be gone by the time I know what's going on. So just put a little meter on top of the refrigerator. You in the red.
If I have to talk too much about the same thing, or we have to have conversations about the same type of stuff, you cut your throat and it's only a mad time where ain't no words. Then when ain't no words, then we don't have a relationship no more.
Yellow.
Hey, let me interrupt here for a second.
Go ahead.
My producer has brought it to my attention that my other co-host, Roger, badass actor Hawkins, is in the building.
Hey.
What's up, Raj?
Hey, Raj.
Just being entertained.
Just being entertained. Hey, do you hear do you hear who snuck up on us tonight?
I
you know who the voice is? Mr. Amin Ra.
For sure. I am too. So yeah, that's what's good. What's going on, family?
The blessings to you.
Hey.
What's going on, Mama?
We're talking about relationships.
Yeah, so I hear. I mean, go ahead, kick it in. So I mean, I'm just going. I'll piggyback when it's time, but I'm enjoying hearing the the takes on it.
You gonna jump on the video with us here in a little bit?
Yeah, I'm about to pop in right now. Let's let myself keep in.
I'm so
at least have two people
I want to see you guys. Oh man, this would be so much more.
Yeah, it's Fresh Fade Tuesday for me.
Actually, Amara, you can do when after on with the blog talk part, you can come on live with us through your phone because we have an after show after we do blog talk. And we do it like straight video, so you can do that. I can send you the link for that.
Oh, and since you were last here, by the way, I'm wrong. But since you were last here, this is also being broadcast on radio now.
Yeah, we're on our heart radio.
Congratulations! That's fire! Congratulations! I love to see people winning. I love it.
Thank you.
Nope, we're not surprised. That's supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen.
He says how it's supposed to go down.
As it should be. As you should be. That's fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. So what kicked it off? That's all I want to know. Because I know I was in transit taking care of some family.
Well, we're just talking about a loving relationship. What you got to do to keep them, what it's all about.
Sure.
And then just randomly a caller called in through the blog talk, it happened to be Amin Ra, and we kind of went left for a minute.
My man.
You know, everybody's all happy to hear from him, but we back on
No
point.
doubt.
We back on point.
No doubt. Well, that's what's good.
I didn't even know people are listening. I was just talking.
Oh,
it's
a lot.
This is a regular conversation between the fans. This is not even an interview mode.
Right.
You are on 20,000 people right now. 20,000 people are listening to how crazy you are right now.
Yep. Well, exactly.
We've got 4,000 on laptop. I mean, on our Bigo live, so.
You hear that, Amin?
Have it?
Yeah. We got right now. We've currently over 1,000 people viewing, listening over Bigo. On Bigo. Crystal's doing this live on Bigo at the same time as we're doing our normal podcast.
Yeah.
I kind of hate it because
what's
like
going
right now
on, Bigo?
She's been frozen for like 3 minutes, but she got too much going on with her computer.
Bigo is a whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
Bigo is a lifestyle, yo. I was on Bigo for a little while. It became a job. I was like, oh no, okay. I gotta figure it out. Bigo's I was on a minute, but the thing is, I didn't know who my audience was, and nobody uploaded. So I'm sitting there staring at a bunch of bots staring back at me. I was like, I can't do this. It was watching me work out. It was a lot of rooms. I was like, yeah. All the memes. I figured this out. Try to get some beans. I was like, I can't get no beans. And then they made me a moderator after 2 days. I was like, okay, I guess. And then I look at the different pages, and there's somebody bouncing on the ball, somebody arguing, somebody doing their hair, somebody that's not even paying attention to you.
You went through everything. All right.
Yeah. I'll come back to
it.
It's a big one.
It's a
That's what's
trip.
up. Yeah, for real.
No disputing on that one. It is a trip.
That's what's good.
Oh yeah.
So I can
I might have access to see you. Hold on. The boys. What's your Facebook profile look like?
Creative.
My acting crazy.
What'd you say, Amin Ra?
Because I was going to change the link.
What's your Facebook? CB
and the BoyZ Radio Show. CB and the BoyZ Radio Show. And then
radio show. CB and the Radio Show.
Boom. Oh shit!
Let me
clear my throat.
I heard that.
And everybody gets to hear that.
Shit.
We used to have fun on that one.
I see the poster. Hold up, I see the poster moving, but maybe I gotta click this link. Podcast. I want to see I'm just now. He jumped on it. I want to see hold on.
Which one are you looking at? Because if you're looking at the poster, then you're looking at the wrong one, though.
Okay.
We're
hold up.
live right now. We're in a pink hat.
This is what I'm gonna do.
That's me wearing that.
Yeah.
I'm great. Hey, what was the area code on your number, Amin? Was it 646?
646. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
gonna you up. Yeah, no, this is the area code. You don't know the rest.
Amin Ra. I got your number on TV radio.
Nope. That's why all I needed was the area code. I'm about to send you a link here in a second.
Appreciate you. I just jumped on Clubhouse. Hey, that's different. It's a dope app. it's a lot of good networking out there. It's like a visual LinkedIn.
Really? I'm gonna check that out.
It depends on the rooms you go to. Now I'm getting in it. Like I'm being real specific about where I go because some things you'll just lose brain cells in some of them rooms. The rooms, if you choose the right room, you can meet a lot of like-minded people like you, and a lot of networking from like people that you would never be able to speak to in like 5 to 7 years. Hi, I'm the CEO of Texas, and I'm here to just tell you some CEO of Texas stuff and ask me questions. I'm like, oh, I got a question. This is yeah.
So, yo, check it. While we on this subject, I was listening. I didn't say nothing, but I heard what everybody was talking about on that front with the whole, vibing with people. I have a question that spins a little bit, and it's really it's to everybody, but I want the ladies to answer first. You know how the phrase, once a good girl goes bad, she's gone forever. You can't get her back, right? Is it true, or can a bad girl come back to the other side? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be a good girl, but then once you kind of jump over for whatever your reason is it true that you're gone for good? I'll let the ladies answer.
When you jump over where?
You're a good girl. You do the good girl thing. You're not stepping out. You're not being angry. You're not just whatever you consider a good girl. You know what we're talking about. And then, if all of a sudden you get that opening to go do that because maybe he pushed you to that or whatever the case. Once you become a member of that club, is it ever possible to come back over and let that go, or you're like, yo, I'm in it now, so I'm in it for life?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and answer first, and my answer gonna be real quick because I've never been in a position where I consider myself, even though I'm who I am and how I am, because I know that I am some shit out of this world. But even with that being said, I am that in my relationship with my man. Like, I've never been in a relationship where I've stepped out over no fence to call myself coming back.
Right.
I can't answer that because I've never done it. I don't even know how to do it because I don't know how to entertain two people at the same time. That shit is a no-no. Like, I think my brothers enough growing up to the point that I'm like, hold on, because I think I'm frozen. Am I?
We hear you though.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Just keep going.
It's bugging me out. I'm watching you with like a 2-second delay.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a delay on there.
Yeah.
So because I haven't been there, I can't say that.
Right.
But I can really say that once you're gone from an individual, from a specific individual, I don't really come back. Like, I don't see the comeback. Why? For what? So you can do it again at some point?
Okay. So you're saying in that particular relationship,
A little bit, Crystal. Have you ever gone to the other side and then come back? Have you?
I wouldn't say I have to come back, but I believe in the eye for an eye in a relationship. So if your guy or your partner is going to step out on you, I believe.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Facebook.
Oh Lord.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Oh Lord.
She got to say that shit again. Did you just say that if he steps out, that you should step out too?
Yeah, shit, eye for an eye. You gotta remember one thing else though too, because you gotta remember. I mean, I this is kind of because I did that. We had this whole conversation last week. I did actually do that, but you gotta also keep in mind one thing: an eye for an eye leaves both of us blind.
It can.
Well, that's two eyes apiece. That's 4 eyes.
However, it depends on the situation. Like, for starters, I cheated because my ex cheated. The twins' dad cheated, so I definitely cheated on him.
So if your ex robbed the bank, you gonna try to go?
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question because this is some real, like, this is my sister. Like, I ain't gonna talk to anybody. So I have a question. So do you? How did you feel after? Okay, so he did it. When you did it, how did you feel after you did it? Did it not make you feel like shitty? Like, damn, why did I do that? I didn't have to do that. I could have just go.
I could have.
Or she was extra freaky. Or she was super duper freaky. She was jumping off the bed and jumping. Or she was being a naughty girl. Super duper naughty that she couldn't do on a regular basis. She put on a black outfit with the tights, and she was jumping from the ceiling, and she was like, no regret.
I remember over the movie and shit.
It wasn't quite that, but I did cheat, and I've been cheated on, and I have been the cheater. I've been the cheatee. You know, it's no fun when someone cheats, and there's always reasons why you're cheated on, and there are reasons why you choose to cheat in return. It's all about choices. In life, we all have choices. You choose to.
I'm not going to even sit here and judge you. I'm not sitting here and judge you. You know?
I like this, because now I can see your face. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do we for the same reason? Because a lot of times guys cheat for completely different reasons than a woman would.
Okay, I cheated for revenge.
So no. Because on some things we just have to agree to disagree. Because
no, but I'm
a man could be deeply in love.
Right quick. Why would you cheat? If you have everything that you want at home, why would you cheat?
That's a rhetorical question.
You're trying to get me in trouble. You're trying to get me in trouble.
It's rhetorical though.
I really want to know.
Some of us are just fucked up like that.
No, yes and yes and yes.
Some of us think wrong head.
Yes, some of us think with the wrong head, and when the woman that we're dealing with can understand nothing more than that, because they want it to be something more than that, and that's why I feel it just hurts so much more when a woman cheats, because guys cheat for the dumbest reason. Like, we don't cheat for nothing specific, and then you'll overthink it. Like, did I do this? Not do this? Was I too much of this? Was I not of that? And it has nothing to do with that. It's so much simpler than that. It has nothing to do with that. And when a woman cheats, it just hurts more because y'all are more calculated.
Sometimes it's just because we just flat out fucking stupid. I call it like it is. Sometimes it's just because we flat out fucking stupid. That doesn't make it okay. I'm just saying. Sometimes that's simply the reason.
Well, sometimes the man's philandering doesn't have anything to do with the woman. It has to do with the man. Something inside of him has nothing to do with her.
I was asking for that reason. Like, when you cheat, is it more emotional? Like, can you cheat with somebody that you don't care nothing about? Like, that's what guys think. Like, guys think differently. We cheat physical. Women sometimes cheat, like, emotional and spiritual. Like, it's a whole different situation. So
yeah, I did.
I'm asking.
Am I wrong? Like, seriously, it was just physical.
It was a one and done.
Basically. When I first cheated, it was out of revenge because John cheated on me. And I've been cheated on before. Like, I was cheated on with Seabiscuit. You know, he cheated on me, and he was my first boyfriend, and he cheated on me, and he looked like Seabiscuit.
Hey, don't ask. On the ride, we'll explain that story later.
We'll
explain later, bro.
I touched it. On the ride, that's the one I was referring to earlier. That one we was having an ugly conversation. That's the one I was referring to.
Nah, I'm here, and it's like, these are the kind of conversations I love. So you got to tell me, like, whoa. Like I said, I have a lot of female friends. Yeah, I have a lot of female friends, and I'm so raw with them. Like, I have, like, the female friends that come to me, I'm so raw, and I'm like, don't ask me what you don't want to know. So I tell them, like, the most part of the truth. So on situations like this, I need this person to go, oh, wait. Don't get out with us yet. We'll have a conversation, especially when it's like a mutual woman. Now, don't say nothing. But I can tell you exactly why we do the stupidness we do.
Yes, because there's a reason. There are reasons.
They got so quiet.
Like, no one can say they cheat for no reason at all. It's always a reason. There's rhyme to a reason. It's sometimes it's a stupid reason, but still a reason nonetheless.
Is there ever a not stupid reason? And I mean, this is just me throwing that out there. The answer is rhetorical. There is no right or wrong answer. Like the reason I do it, or the reason you do it, or the reason she does it, it's justified. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong. It makes it your reason. So when people go, look, I did it because you did it, or I did it because I wanted to, it doesn't really matter. It's based on, what you were thinking. So when, like, for instance, I often go, why'd you do that? Why would you do X, Y, and Z? And if it were me, if I were in this situation, I'm not, but if I were, I would say it doesn't matter. It's not trying to escape anything. It just, is there anything I can tell you that will make you go, oh, okay, I get it? No, not a damn thing. So, quite frankly, it was done. It was just done. And that's acceptable. But I will have to agree with my brother Alman Rob that, unfortunately, by the nature of their programs and design, there are just times and points in our lives when we just, whatever reason we do it, but it usually doesn't have to do as much with the woman we're with as one would think. You think, oh, I'm not this enough, I'm not fat enough, I'm too good. None of that. Like you said, Mimi asked, she goes, well, why if you got everything at home, would you do that? Some people do have everything at home. Some people don't. It doesn't matter whether you do or you don't. It just matters about the individual. Now, I want to throw a curveball at that because people say, okay, all men hurt, all men cheat all the time. And I think there's a caveat to that phrase. I don't like using hard definites because nothing is 100%, but we'll, for the sake of argument, okay, all men do. Now, if whoever's out there happens to be in the 1/100th of a percent who doesn't, good fucking for you, don't listen. But for the majority of the world, here's what I'm going to say. Okay, we'll say all men cheat all the time. No, all men cheat, but not all the time. Whereas you may have done it early in your career, you may have done it later, you may have been put in whatever position. But does it mean do it the whole way through? No, not at all. Some people were young playboys. Some people got to have their, youth after they got divorced. It's different. So you can't say that this person is ruined or will always be that. The only thing that you ladies have to understand, I'm only speaking for us, I've never been a woman, is that it is in our minds to choose when we're going and when we're not. So if I go, you know what, I'm not doing more, I'm done, I'm over that. Believe it or not, it can be, I love you and all that, but you ain't got shit to do with the fact that, yes, it's how I feel about you, but it's also how I am in my life and how I feel about me. And so I know that strikes you as crazy because it's all supposed to be where you're supposed to love me and care about me and the relationship, and all of that is true, and we absolutely do. But that particular choice still resonates only with us. It's my choice to make, and therefore what I do I have to live with. It's just like if I told you, babe, you got to stop drinking Diet Coke. It's not good for you. And you go, okay, I'm going to there. You will stop when you choose to stop, or anything else. Anything else bites. So I think we're using the wrong reasons for why we do or we should or we shouldn't. Some people are like, hey, I'm cool. You inform me, let me know I'm good, and, just let me in on it. And so I think that's the difference. So check it. We got to take a quick pause for station identification. We'll get back to this. I know people eating it up, so we'll get back at you.
All right, this is just not joining us. You're listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday for your midweek motivation, bringing you music, motivation, conversation, and a whole lot of fun. And you can now find on several platforms: iHeartRadio, Blog Talk Radio, YouTube, and Instagram. So definitely, if you want to weigh in on our topic tonight, give us a call at 516-418-5603. Again, that's 516-418-5603. And if you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube or Instagram. If you're on Bigo Live and iHeartRadio, then feel free to give us a call or jump in our chat and weigh in on our topic. We're talking about relationships tonight. We come to you every Wednesday as your midweek motivator.
Yeah, we're gonna run that up. We're gonna run that up with one tune right quick. Crystal, if you will. Because in honor of our man Armin Raw again tonight, we got another one of his songs coming.
Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. It's called Finish. This is a cool song.
Baby, I've been staring at you all night. I think you're messing with my vision. Don't worry, girl, I'll be alright. Long as I can keep my eyes off you. Nobody's gonna tell nobody about what we getting into. Your body's too fine, you're wasting your time playing by the rules. So we gon' do it like this tonight, and we gon' party like this tonight. Alright, we gon' move like Prince do and relate. But I ain't got the time to debate. I just roll up and we skate, baby. I promise, as God is my witness, if she let me get it, I'ma handle business, baby. Whose is it don't make no difference, 'cause it's mine, all mine. By the time I'm finished, I'm finished. You looking good enough to me. I think you're making my water. I swear I can see a tangled in sheets. Stay on top of you and you on top of me. Oh, whatever we get caught up in. So we gon' do it like this tonight. Like this tonight, alright. We gon' move like Prince do and relate. Girl, I ain't got the time to debate. I just roll up and we say, baby, I promise, as God is my witness, let me get it. I'll handle my business, baby. Who's it that don't make no difference? 'Cause it's my all mine. By the time I finish, I'm finished. Yo, working everything I love. I can get my love. Bedroom to the hot tub till I hit the spot. No, they gon' stop us. Make you wanna purse. You wanna black purse. You just wanna play reverse. Find somebody, let me put it in the verse. I'ma kill it, little mama, I'ma put it in the hearse. I ain't gotta ask who's hit it. Since I hit it, better ask her. Teach a couple things at the class when we did it. And I promise you gon' be just fine by the time I'm finished. I'm finished. Yeah. I'm finished. I'm finished. How that sound?
Hey, I like that.
That's a good one. That's one of my favorites. I like that.
This is how you do it.
That was
Like
that.
I'm
glad you like it. The videos on my website.
I like it.
The music videos on my website, www.arminrawfisher.com. I love y'all.
I have to. It is a hot video. It is a hot video. He comes through in a couple of them a couple of them clips looking like young LL Cool J with the Kango on and everything.
I was acting a real life kid. I was acting a real life kid at that video. I was like, wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're right. I was a lot of LL that day.
Yep. Hey, but hey, like you said, like if you want to see the video, go check it out. What's the address again?
www.aminaraofficial.com. One word.
Yeah.
I gotta go soon, but I wanted to tackle that question that we said before the break. The original question was, can a good girl that goes back come back? Right? Wasn't that the original question?
Yeah, that was the original.
Yeah. Okay. I got no, because there's a lot of good points, and you know when somebody's giving a good point, you have to hold yours. Like, okay, don't forget. So I had to go back to the original question. I was holding it the whole time. You had a lot of good points, but I was like, let me just wait to go back to the original question. So going back to it, I think it's possible because if she was a bad girl, she would have been a bad girl when you met her. If she had to go bad, it was because of something. So I think her going back to who she really was is her going back to being good. And if she realized that her being bad is adaptation, bullshit she went through, that's where she will lose herself. So I think she can come. It takes time, though. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort for her to come back, but a lot of patience. So they say a good girl can't come back when she's gone forever, like how I said it. It's because she ain't never met a man that can bring her back.
Ooh,
I agree.
I like that.
I like that. Yes,
Like
yes. It's because she hasn't met a man that can bring her back.
Like I listen to some problems that ladies have, and it's like y'all are complex, but y'all not as complex as we make it. We just don't understand you. We just don't realize that we're two different people sometimes, and we try so hard to understand each other, and we can't understand the logic sometimes because that's not something we would do. So a lot of times we go back and forth, and we clash sometimes because we just have a different opinion because our DNA is different. So the more we understand each other, the more we pay attention to the other side, the more we'll be complete. We're too busy trying to be equal as opposed to being balanced. The yin and yang still in between each other. They're locked and loaded. That's the balance. Mm-hmm. There's things that you can see that's 300 pounds, and then you'll see something that's 100 pounds, and they'll look nothing like each other, but they weigh the same amount. That's balance.
Right. For sure.
Well, I'm in much respect for all of your views.
Thank you. I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you for the moment. Thank you for the music. Thank you for the support. Thank you for just being who you are. I will always support this show. I promise you that.
Thank you.
You got love, brother. We love you much.
Thank you for jumping in tonight.
Welcome. Love you too, babe.
Yeah.
Here
can follow me at Van Raw. Follow me at Van Raw on Instagram. BAM, the number 2, MENRA. YouTube, you can hit me at MNRA1 and www.aminaraofficial.com. So you're going to have a good time. Y'all are iHeart. Congratulations.
My man.
That's fire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My man.
I peace and blessings.
All right, you too.
Blessings. Thank you so much. I'll hit you up this week.
Yo, that's what's up. Love that cat, man. I love that cat and his energy. Love what he did.
Yeah.
He's out. Yeah. I like what
very
he said
talented,
though.
Very talented, very intelligent.
He's definitely a he's a well-spoken brother. He's definitely studious about it. But I agree with that statement too. I don't know about to come back to the same dude, but for the right dude, you can absolutely make a real convert.
I love that he said that.
The right dude, you can.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we have another call. So too, you're on the line with CB and the boys. Please state your name.
My name is Bishop.
Hi, Bishop. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
We're good. And our topic tonight, we're talking about relationships.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to say I'm first time calling and first time listening to your show. and I appreciate you guys taking my. So far from what I've heard, you guys are really on point as far as points are being made. But I was wondering, I don't know if anybody mentioned it or if anybody had asked the question. What about when it comes to the 80-20 rule in a relationship? Are you guys familiar with that?
What is the 80-20 rule, Bishop? Educate me.
So,
yes, please.
In a full-blown relationship, we, whether it's the male or the female, only get 80% of what they're looking for. Why? Because nobody's perfect. We have to understand that we are all individuals. We have our own wants, desires, and so on and so forth. But as adults, we are who we are. So in the 80-20 rule, you're supposed to accept your person or your partner with their faults, their inadequacies or inequities, and look at that person as a whole. But most people, or some people, those that go, they'll think that they're only worried about the 20% that they're missing. They go looking for that 20%. Then they go look for that 20%, and they say, oh, well, I got the 20% that I've been missing. And they go, okay, well, I'm going to jump ship and go with the 20%, not knowing that 20% is only 20%. And they gave up the good 80% that they had. That's the 20 rule.
Yep. It makes a lot of sense. I would say I'm familiar with that, not in title, but in spirit of what you said, right. Because the fact is that's the odds are so astronomical. I can't even put a number on it that you're gonna find 100% of what you're looking for in any one person. If somebody does find it, I'm sure it's probably happened, and if that happens, great. But chances are that's not going to happen, and that's one thing I'm like, you have to recognize, I look at it this way. I rephrase that as does the good outweigh the bad? If the good outweighs it, then I can work through the bad.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that don't mean I'm going to try to change that bad because that's that person. I'm not going to change you because I want you to be the person that you were when I met you, and I expect the same of me. Don't think you're going to meet me and then change me and mold me to the man you want me to be, because then you just fight a losing battle, because that ain't happening. I'm going to be the same dude every time you see me. Ask everybody that knows me, everybody that's ever met me. I'm the same person I was when they first met me. I'm the same person today. Better be 20 years difference, 30 years difference, 40 years later, whatever. I'm like I am now. This is how I was when I was 10. I'm 51. I was the same nigga when I was 10. I just know a few more words than I knew then. But the point is, as long as that good outweighs the bad, then you got to look at it like that, and you got to ask yourself, can I deal with this because I have this?
Agreed.
And if you can honestly answer that question, yeah, I can deal with that because I have this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. The most thing, and this is ironic. This is how God works. You know what I'm saying? People think God's just up there doing shit, but they don't realize motherfucker got a sense of humor, and He does. He has a real sense of humor.
He does.
I don't care what anybody says. I have learned that God has a sense of humor. I'll tell you right now. I'm married. I'm happily married, and let me tell you. When you ask me what I'm looking for in a woman, I'll not tell you this one thing is the one thing that I absolutely cannot stand, that irks me the most.
Okay.
About a woman. And this woman that I'm with now has everything except that one thing that I hate the most.
That sounds like a good thing.
Now, how does that work? How does that's God having a sense of humor? Oh, this is how you feel about that? Well, here, watch this. Let me throw this at you. Wham!
Right.
Bam! Then I married it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself lucky. You said 80-20.
You're welcome.
I got 95-5.
Absolutely.
So I said, screw it. I'm going to put up with the 5.
and that's a good point. Well, that's part of the point I was trying to make. We as human beings, we're looking for, you know, everything and what we want. The fact of the matter is we can't ever get all of what we want in one person.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. So we take the good with the bad. And my prime example, the reason me even bring it up is I met a young lady recently who I think she's amazing. And one of the reasons I reached out to her was because she said that there was a block light where her heart was. And I was like, okay, no, we need to figure this out, because that you can't be the case. I think human beings aren't built that way. You know, so I reached out to her, and, you know, by the grace of God, she responded. And I was like, oh, okay. So we got into this conversation, and we started getting to know each other. And we had the most amazing, like, first phone call. And when I tell you this, I don't want you to tell me I'm lying. It was an 8-hour marathon phone call. It was outstanding.
Wow.
I mean, that's a first for me, and I'm 52. So, and I never experienced that before. And I was like, wow. Okay, sorry.
That was one of them high school phone calls, you know, where you fall asleep talking.
I know, right?
And wake up still on the phone.
Exactly. And I'm thinking, I'm a grown man. What am I doing on this phone so damn long?
So what you did, in retrospect, you actually was chipping at the ice, little bit by little bit by little bit by little bit during the hour.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't know where it went after that. But
I'm
you
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. So the funny thing was, we actually met in person same day and spent 3 hours just, you know, talking like we had talked before. I'm like, who is this woman? Oh my God, right? So
no, who are you?
Well, I don't know. You know what? I'm a guy who has been through this life, has lived 3 lifetimes in this one life, because it's just life
but
is
look
up
at
and
what
down.
you got to do.
I'm sorry.
Amazing. Look at what she brought out of you. That's what I know you know who you are. I'm saying, look at the person she brought out of you. 8 hours and then 3. That probably was out of your character, wasn't it?
It was completely out of my character. But then she admitted it was completely out of. So I was like, okay, so there's just so many things that we have in common. Initially, I was like blown away. Like, I couldn't believe it. But I never ever thought that I would actually have that kind of experience or find that kind of a person or ever be in that situation, you know. So, but at the same time, I know that she's not perfect because I'm not perfect. The question I ask myself is, when her 20 shows its rear its ugly head, what am I going to do?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Same thing that happened to me.
Right. Exactly. So I just think that, and I appreciate you guys letting me run my mouth here for a second, but I just think that.
That's no problem.
I wanted to answer your question right quick. So, on your 80-20 rule, my thing is, if you get into a relationship with someone on the pretext that you're going to change them, then you're already setting yourself up for failure, because a relationship is a give and take. And you need to build each other up, not tear each other down. So you're already going into a relationship with the expectation that something is wrong. There's something you already want to change. Instead of talking it over with that person, you're still going to go forward into a relationship or jump in head first without things, even though there are things about each other that you dislike, things that don't mesh well. So when you think that you're going to go in a relationship already with a preconceived notion that, oh, I can change them. You know, I am what they need. I'm the missing link. I can change what's wrong. Then you're already setting yourself up for failure. Period.
Good thing I'm that way. It's a good thing I don't feel that way at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, it is a very good point, because when you start trying to mold it to be what you want them to be, it's a wrap then. Because 9 times out of 10, all you're going to get, all you're going to do is rebel at that point, and everything goes south.
Absolutely.
But tell me, you guys haven't heard of people that do that, and I'm taking sides, but oftentimes people go, oh, that person, if they got a good base, but if I could just clean up, if I could just fix, we got fixtures out there. And it's usually us on the receiving end in certain people's minds. From a standpoint of detail oriented and being, together with certain things, I will say for the most part, ladies do tend to have that together. But again, like we've all just spoken about, they said it. George said it. I think we've all said it. Crystal definitely put the nail in that when she was saying, what you see is what you should expect to get. I often feel like, I've said this before, and again, I'm a man, so I've got a particular stand to my argument. But I think sometimes men get with women expecting them not to change. Women get with men expecting us to change, and we're both wrong. Because times, once you get comfortable, things change with comfort level, and it's just kind of the nature of the beast. But I think, and another thing is like, I call it the upgrade rule because now you're 80-20. I think people are constantly looking for the upgrade. Have you seen someone who would date someone maybe that had a little bit of money or someone who had a little bit of prestige or whatever, and they were cool until another individual came along that had a little bit more, and that is the 20%, Bishop, that you were speaking about. And then they jump ship only to find out that was all that was being offered. So I think we all are kind of in agreement that, you know what, not if you're not satisfied. No, it's not. It's human nature to want to work together to get something else. But if you're with who you want to be and where you want to be, you can't more. If you're with someone and they want a nicer or a bigger house, and you go, how do we get a bigger house? How do we? Yes. But if you go, who's only got a 3-bedroom apartment? I need a condo. So let me jump to a dude who's got a condo. You have no idea what his debt to income ratio is. You don't know whose name is on the lease. You see, it's just like, hey, it's like brothers in Atlanta. Hey, all of them are driving Beamers and Lexus, and all of those clowns live together. So what appears to be promising oftentimes is not. And that's all I'm saying. Like that perception, that doesn't mean anything. I just know that unfortunately people get, duped is all.
They have a description for that. They have a phrase for that. And that's when they say, the grass looks greener on the other side of the fence.
On the other side.
And then you jump over that motherfucker laying in a pile of shit.
Right. All the glitter is gold. I agree. Or pie. Right. But
it's like you go to bed on a cloud and wake up in the gutter.
Yes, I definitely respect what you do. But mine too is that's when you got to really kind of like start courting and, really hanging out with the person that you're interested in, because you really want to get to know who this person is and what is it that you can tolerate and not tolerate. Because certain things are just simple. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, to me, like nothing is a breaker unless you're a freaking abuser. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you come in with a bunch of bullshit, then we're going to have problems of that. Then I got to cut you off.
That's Mimi, because Mimi now knows what a deal breaker is. Here's the thing. Everybody's deal breakers are different. Some people's deal breakers are so superficial that you go, I can't believe you like this. Now, let me tell you a very, very, very common quote that we hear all the time. I'm really simple. I'm not that difficult, blah, blah, blah. And that ends up being the biggest lie on the planet, because what you making, I'm a simple person, I don't require much, and then little by little those little things come out. Those pennies make dollars, and so it's very subjective, and that's what you're saying. The more time you spend, the more you begin to recognize who you're with. I mean, time reveals everything. Because I can tell you anything in the world about me. But as you begin to walk every day with me, you start to see exactly who I am and who I am not. But if I don't promise you anything, I'm going to let you know, because see, here's everybody's red flag. Hey, y'all got to pass. Nobody's perfect. We've all done things. That's a very subtle way of going, proceed with caution. But see, as I get to know you, I will begin to see these patterns. And here's the thing. To you, it may be horrendous. It may be the most embarrassing, whatever thing. To me, I'm like, is that it? I'm crazy about you, girl. Is that it? Or I might be like, oh, shit, I wasn't ready for that. We just don't know, because what deal breaker to me may totally be nothing. It may be nothing. So it's really up to the interview process. Like my man, it's that 11 hours that my man is spending. But I've done it, brother. and I know how that feels. I've done it, and you still feel like I've got more because
absolutely,
you guys are vibing. I love it. I love it.
The funny about that is, I think she's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I just love looking at her. You know, I when I talk to her on the phone, I can see her face. You know, in my mind. I mean, I just love the connection that we have. You know what I mean? It's just. I think it's amazing. At the same time, I know that there are certain things that, you know, we're going to bump heads about, but I accept that because I think there's so much more to her that's on the positive side than on the negative. And I know, I know she did not see me coming. Now, I know she didn't see me, but I know damn well she didn't see me coming. And I think she was totally caught by surprise, just like I was.
So, and for everybody, okay, do you throw your deal breakers out there at the beginning, or do you wait and see how serious you guys get and then go, okay, since we're serious now, here's a deal breaker? Because again, obviously, I think we've all been together long enough that we know some of each other's. But I'm just saying, and I say that to say, you know, if I were to give my children advice for friends or anybody on a particular dating game or the scene, we say the 80-20 rule, but I tell them, take the top 10 things you need in a relationship out of a person, and I say get rid of 3 of them out the gate. Because again, we agree, no such a person as a perfect 100% person exists. And if that person did, they wouldn't want your ass. Nobody on this screen, on this call. Because if that person is all that, they have their choice. And chances are you're not there 100% either. So because of that, we should all stay humble and go, hey, thank you for keeping my crazy ass because I kept yours. Girl, you can be 111. You can have 30 of my percent.
I can't put myself out there like that, but I'm going to be putting myself out there like that in a minute because I need me somebody.
But you know what? You own up to it. You own up to it. That's what I'm talking about. But I just feel like if we don't go in there and section to section.
Radio and Facebook and Twitter and you and
It's always that one. It's always that one that comes to the barbecue.
So
real quick, I'd probably say there are certain things that I would probably up front. They're deal breakers for me, but that's I think a deal breaker for everybody. You lie to me in your history, as far as I'm concerned. But honestly, if that person has so many positive things, some of my deal breakers might go away. So I point, if you got top 10, throw away 3, throw away 4, hell, throw away 5. Shit. You know what I mean? So I observe them to see what kind of an amazing woman person she is, and just kind of disregard, that's not a big deal, and let it go. You know what I mean? I never even mentioned it, so she doesn't have to worry about it.
Sure.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. I don't even mention the deal breaker. I'll just wait and see if it shows up. You know, and if it does, then I have to make my decision.
But do you say something?
You want shit. You want her to know something. Some part of it, give her a hint of some shit. She might really
But would you say it? Not just give it out, but would you say, hey, that's a deal breaker. I need to talk to you about it, and then give that individual the opportunity to fix it, or would you just be like, you did it, I'm out?
It'll be a conversation about it. It would be a conversation about it.
Okay.
It would be a conversation about it.
I want to just answer the young lady real quick because I think that was a really good point. Because she wants to know, and I get that. My thing is this: I treat people the way I want to be treated. So if I'm not doing you dirt or some stupid shit like that, I would expect if you don't do it to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
As simple as that sounds.
And I think that's unspoken, but you're right. It sometimes needs to be reiterated, and I agree because everybody's been through something different. So what each one of us views is that some people are like, it was funny, like I was listening earlier when I was getting to the show, and you guys were laughing, talking about, be it hygiene, or if somebody's feet were jacked up, or somebody's hands, or whatever. I mean, to some people, that's a deal breaker. To some people, short hair is a deal breaker. Anything can be in some fashion. And then, believe it or not, you can encounter someone and you're like, of all the people on the planet, you are the one person that can get away with that and make it wonderful. So I just think it's so individualized, but I also think that whatever's inside that person comes out and it shines through everything else. You know, I can't not think of this person being wonderful or perfect or whatever, in spite of the fact that I'm not big on short hair, or I'm not big on frizzy hair, or I'm not big on, you know, too much makeup or no makeup or whatever your deal breaker is. He doesn't work out. He works out too much. Whatever. I just think it's individual because, like we were all speaking about earlier, the person who compliments you, i.e., who adds to you, is who brings out the best in you, not who brings out the worst. And if you compliment me, all of a sudden, the things I thought were important, they go away. They go away because what's important is standing beside me. What's important, supporting me. Even if you think what I'm doing is dumb as shit, as long as it's not like detrimental to my health, if you go, I think that's a really dumb idea, but I got your back. I'll even make you a sandwich while you're in the middle of doing that dumb shit. That puts more beauty into someone than you could ever imagine because people want to be supported. No matter what you think, it may not be, it's your idea to tear apart. And so I do think that it's very, very much an individual thing. And I mean, I just love hearing about, I love hearing a man that's, you know, a grown man almost somebody. That's crazy cool to me. Like he's sitting there, he's hearing himself do probably some shit for the first time. I'm not trying to embarrass you, Bishop, man. You're making me happy today.
I appreciate that.
He's in there. I dig it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking my call.
What I wanted to
Hey, before you run, I wanted to ask you because you might have said this earlier, but I might have missed it. But which one of our platforms were you listening to us on?
Okay, so that's really funny because I actually tried to catch you guys on iHeart, and the app wouldn't let me do this week's show. It only give me the show from the 12th. During my commercial break, I heard CB say YouTube. So I was driving. I was like, "Oh, let me log into YouTube real quick," and I found you guys. I'm actually watching you guys on one device and on another. So I think it's pretty cool.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What I wanted
to go ahead.
What I wanted to say right quick is that in a relationship, when you meet somebody, just tell all of our listeners, just realize that everybody has baggage. There's not one person out there that does not have baggage.
Absolutely.
What counts is if you have the time, the compassion, and the caring to help them unpack that baggage.
You're right.
Even if
that baggage has to be there in love with Prince.
Yeah.
Hey, I love me some Prince. I don't know what that means, but I'm taking that personal.
You old enough to know. I guarantee you had a slow dance and got you some ass for Prince. So don't get brand new on me, brother.
I love Prince. Okay, I love Prince. All of Prince.
We all do.
Well,
there wasn't much of it.
Paradise. I love Prince. He is my favorite all-time artist. So I cannot talk shit on Prince. Period.
See, we're talking artistry. We're talking artistry.
Right.
Prince was full of shit. Right. Prince was on some shit himself. Okay. So
thank you.
But a lot of baggage. So we're gonna leave there. So
he wasn't perfect, but up to his shit. He knew he did shit, but he still put out some great work.
Absolutely. And when you cut the booty cheeks out of your pants, you got to be a bad mother because you showing a little bit as 7th grader booty cheeks and those tight ass bitches. So I guess he did.
His high heels.
Look, that was a part of his artistry. It was all a part of artistry for him to stand out and be different. So that's how he fought.
Yes.
With the little 7th grade booty.
All right, Bishop, you done started.
Yeah, no kidding. Started a fight.
Hey,
You know it, dude.
Don't stop talking about Prince.
Hey, you guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. Bishop, I think you just found their 20%.
Yeah. I think you might be right.
It might be 24% now. You talking about
I tell you what, I love me some Prince too. You know, I do. I love me some Prince. I'm from New York originally.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
But there's his artistry and his genius and his insanity. And his insanity was, it was unique.
Hey, most geniuses are crazy. You name one genius who wasn't crazy, and I'll name you a liar. Every one of them.
Let me tell you. You're right.
Name one.
I can't. Right. Because MJ was genius, and he was freaking batshit crazy.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Everyone
Joe had something to do with that too.
in the industry, we're a little batshit crazy. We can all admit it.
Joe had a little something to do with that.
I don't want no
I'm gonna say most of artists are a little bit to the left, and it's just really about what are you willing to deal with. Like me, for instance, right? I sleep today. I'm a workaholic. That might be a problem to somebody who really wants to spend some time. And then my thing is, you know what? I'm gonna drop everything that I'm gonna spend some time with my man because he's gonna find somebody who's gonna spend time with him.
You're right about that. Church. You're right about it.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's called prioritizing, and that's a good thing. If you prioritize, and the thing is, he should understand that he adds to your world. He can't be your whole world. But you know what?
Absolutely.
If at their point your man or your woman doesn't say, you know what, today is about you, or this afternoon is about you, then it's gonna create that friction as well. It should. If I don't feel like a priority, if you don't feel like a priority, then it's gonna definitely create some static because we all want to be important. What makes me any different than another guy on the street? If I'm supposed to be your man, what I feel like a regular dude on the street. Shit, you say hi to them and smile more than you say hi to me because you assume I'm going to be at home tonight. So never assume I'm going to be there. Anything could happen. And then you'll be beating yourself up because I didn't say I love you. I didn't say you look nice. I mean, we all have had it. We've all been taken for granted, and we've all taken someone for granted. And just the main thing is, did you learn anything from it?
Right.
And I mean, so I agree with you 100% on that part. I do.
Absolutely.
And the fact that, my favorite Prince song happens to be "I Would Die for You," but that's neither here nor there.
There you go.
Look at the boys. It's Purple Rain out there.
You throw it out there? Yeah. Mine's Purple Rain.
I threw it out there. You throw it out there.
Mine's Darling Nikki.
We should have known yours would be more poetry.
I want to thank y'all so much for doing what you do. Appreciate you guys taking my call. And if I could take a shout out, if she happens to be listening, I want her to know I adore her beyond words. She has no idea. Even though it's been 5 minutes, hopefully I'm looking for like 35 minutes more. Just saying.
Girl, listen. Yo, Bishop, I need you to get this recording and listen back. I'm about to shout her out too. Listen, sweetheart, who you are, don't do my man wrong. My man is riding for you. We riding for you now. And matter of fact, you need to have your little cell phone in this car the next time this man is on because, girl, right there, boom. We sold. We Team Bishop, baby girl. We Team Bishop.
What can only be hope?
You gotta look. If you don't want to shout out her name, you at least got to shout out her initials, something.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me in trouble. I'm good.
Shit.
Oh, Bishop, you can say it.
She will make herself known. I'll let her make herself known.
She will.
Go ahead.
She will.
Go ahead.
Tell her.
I'm hoping.
Don't make me for you.
Go ahead, Bishop.
You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Scott, wait, did you say I can say it? Is that what you said?
Bishop, go ahead and say it.
Her initials are CB. I don't know. Did they catch that?
You so right.
Look, their mouth open. I think they figured it out. Look, their mouth open.
Sexy right there. Don't blush, mama. Don't blush. This ain't
That's what I'm talking about, cat daddy.
I love it.
So if she wants 3 years, then we're gonna leave that to her.
Well, Bishop, in response, I'll just say, as much as you're feeling me, I'm definitely feeling you. And I look forward to Friday. Like I said, it's all about you.
Oh my God, you.
I'm sorry. Hold on. For the first girl, you did it right.
What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. I'm sipping wine in a robe. I look too good.
That's the one. That's the one.
My house clean. My pool warm. Just shake. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in the dark, I'ma leave the dark. I'ma leave the dark, girl. Let you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you tonight, baby. Tell me that you're coming through.
I'm coming through, baby girl.
You know, that was right on time. I was right on time with that one, Wibby.
Yes, it was. That was right on time. Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what? This is how I know this is good. Because normally she does. She laid the dollar short with her timing, and then we got to hear that beat. Yeah, this was the most perfect thing so far. DJ Chris was in the house. Look at that. See? Proper motivation, boy. Hey, woo. Hey,
Raj. That was me. Did that, not her.
Damn, I was trying to get you. Damn, cuz. I was trying to get you.
No. It was me. It was me.
I love it. Good job.
Didn't you see the look on her face? Didn't you see the look on her face?
I'm still giving her credit.
Yep.
He was like, Raj got me. She was like, what the heck? She started looking at the computer. What's the
He read my mind. He read my mind.
You know,
what to do.
your whole little cover up. Your whole little cover up was real good, Mama. You did it. You did it.
Trying to hold it together. Was you trying to hold it together?
Yes,
That's
you did.
what's happening.
Yes, you did a good job.
That's what's happening.
Good job. Good job.
Between you and me, Bishop, you would have still been one of my favorite people, even if it hadn't been her. But I got to give it up to you, brother. I got to give it up to you, boy. You, hey, Dangling, you was pitching some woo, boy. You was pitching some woo.
She over there knowing.
I appreciate that.
She over there knowing the whole time, just playing it off.
But here's the thing. She got organic answers from us. That's what's cool. Is everything we said went, but it was organic because she didn't say shit. So, like, that was from the heart of shit we were saying, which I love even more. Like, I wanted my man to win. That's dope.
I do. I want to win too. You know, I think that I would definitely want her to win. You know, and I think that it's a really, really good combination right now because we both are who we are. We have this amazing connection that I didn't see coming. I'm good. I see everything. I didn't see that shit coming. Just straight up. I never saw that. So she came out and hit me with the right cross, bro. Straight up.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Did she fight like this?
See, one of them. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to throw out this line and get him back. I don't know what happened.
Hey, look.
Sometimes shit just happens, you know.
Hey, look.
We can only have one of y'all choosing at a time.
You know what though? Hold on. You know what though? Now I understand why he was on the phone for 8 hours.
I mean, you guys know her, so you know. I hope you understand because you know.
Hey, trust me, that's my cousin. That's my first cousin.
That's what's up.
I know.
That's what's up.
I understand.
And you've heard her going to rant, haven't you? There you go.
Yep, there you go. There it is.
Yo, that's a great way to end it. That and I got to get
90 seconds.
Yeah, I'm sad because you know I embody Paul sometimes, but this is great. That's cool.
I thank you all very, very much for indulging me, and of course, I thank CB for putting it out there on the air. Like, ooh, go ahead, girl. You sure? Okay. I ain't sure.
Hey, you know people are texting and shit, and they looking down like, yo, you good with this? You sure everything cool? I'm gonna blow it up. I'm gonna blow it up.
60 seconds.
I ain't scared. Shit. You kidding me? I'm not scared at all.
No, sir. No.
That's what's up. That was good stuff. That was definitely good stuff.
Really good. Really good.
I appreciate you guys.
I'll let you guys know when I beat him in dominoes.
Ooh, you've been talking that shit for 2 days, boy. Ain't never gonna happen.
Well, you know, it's kind of it's our thing. It's our thing. But
I keep hearing that.
Yeah, that's one of our few things. When you win, okay.
No, you know that.
That's right. Sometimes, you know, it's not the battle, baby. It's the war. It ain't the battle.
It's the
10 seconds.
It's the war. It's not about no single battle. Come on. Man, look.
We fight dirty though. Yeah,
I know. Because she fights
dirty.
dirty.
Rules are there are no rules.
Ooh, she fights real dirty. No, you don't know. You don't understand. She fights real dirty.
And she wins too.
Okay, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. But
that is.
I tell you, she throws down. So, and she's sneaky. Oh my God, dude, she's sneaky. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. Oh, guys,
I got to trade them.
You guys are. I appreciate you taking my call and indulging me. CB. Damn,
you made it good.
So fine. Anyhow, I'm gonna go.
All right, nigga, don't be doing kissing and shit on my show. Man, we ain't got time for all that.
Right.
Couldn't help it. I'm a regular listener. Thank you. I'll be a regular listener, and you guys keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate
all right.
it. All
right. Thank you.
One love, fellas.
You heard my cousin. I'm gonna break your legs.
Yeah, I know. I knew that was coming.
Hey, tell him he's got to heal first.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. One love.
Oh man, be cool.
Good night.
One love.
Right. Ain't nothing like people that do. Oh yeah, she gonna get the fuck off quick now. Watch some good guys after the show. Allah Akbar. God bless y'all. Good night. You niggas be cool. Watch, she gonna jump out. She gonna leave a fucking skid marks on the screen. But I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I got cupcake and shit to do too. It's cool. We all do. You know what it is.
After show. Really nice.
What happened to me? You ain't on audio. I don't know whose video you on audio.
Oh, you know what? My internet shut off. Hold on, I gotta come back. Dang, what happened? I wonder.
She's just talking away on to a camera that ain't even on.
I know. I've been having a great time just listening and laughing and stuff and looking at everything frozen and my internet said poop.
That's the worst excuse. Look, if everybody on the screen freezes, it might be you and not them.
No, if you're the only one that freezes, it might be you.
Come back.
Shoot.
But that was so good. That was so good.
Yeah, that was, he snuck that one in. That was pretty hot. Look at you blushing. You blushing like you either gave him some or you about to do it real fucking quick. So that lady said, she red as fuck, dog. You as red as your head. God damn.
Hey, but look, I went and looked at the song list, and the song scrolled up as I was scrolling down. I said, "Oh, that is right, perfect, right there." I found it right, perfect in time. I just hit play. I ain't say shit. I just hit play.
It was a good time. It was a good time. It was a good time. It was a good time.
That's like one of my favorite songs. So, yeah.
That's everybody's favorite song right now. That shit is hot. Hey, you gonna leave the door open. You gonna leave the door open. What you gonna leave open? You leave the door open. What you gonna leave open? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. That's between you, me, and my friends. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Oh shit.
But yeah, we talked on the phone for 8 hours doing that, and
well, shit, he should know everything about everybody by now.
And then he brought me food. After we got off the phone, before we got off the phone, he said he was hungry, and he bought me food, and went in his car and talked for 4 hours. So
that's a winner. If they bring you a sandwich, that's a winner. Because wherever you're working, if they show up with good, yo, you get the A dick that night. That's I'm telling you, that goes a long way. When somebody like, I haven't eaten earlier, and then all of a sudden they show up with like some Subway, somebody. Oh yeah, it's like that. So yeah, that's a key. You gotta keep doing it though. You gotta keep doing it. I mean, you gotta keep doing that.
He's a real estate consultant. He has his own business, and he also does credit repair. So he's his own boss and very successful. He's an amazing man, and I didn't expect to meet him. I didn't expect to meet anybody. I guess I took George's lead where he said to stop looking, and really I wasn't looking, and
boom,
here he is.
It just fell in your lap. Just fell in your lap.
And that's when it happens when you're not looking.
When you least expect it.
When you least expect it.
I went on my online profile just to look at my messages, and the message from him, he makes me think. And he gave me things to ponder and consider, and that's what prompted me to answer his message. And it's history, and it was, it's been great. We talk about any and everything, and I can be myself with him. He's open to learning things, doing these things. His birthday is May 29th. Mine is March 29th. And he has 26 half siblings. I have 26 half siblings. What are the odds? So, we have so much influence. Yeah.
Y'all some Marleys.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
You better double check.
No, I don't know you niggas.
No, the first thing I answered that, like you said that, I was like, oh,
what's your name?
Brother. He looks like he could be my brother.
And I got 26 siblings. What's the chances?
I know, right? Right? It's so crazy.
That's some amazing odds
really
right there.
Yeah, I can use big words and understand some. We can hold, like, adult conversations,
You know what scares me? What scares me is the fact that you just said that. It makes me
no, it's good now, but you know what that says about the past, right? You know what that says about the past.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I'm like, well, damn, you couldn't use big words before.
Well, and he says, "What's your name is?"
Hey, but you know what? Now you're gonna be asking about the Seabiscuit story.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell us a story.
We just throw her under the bus with that one.
Because he won't be in town for his birthday. So I'm gonna celebrate his birthday on Friday. So I'm gonna surprise him. I got us a room. I'm getting him a birthday cake, and just it's all about him. So I have a lot of fun things planned for the night. It'll be fun. So
nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Don't stop, get it. Don't stop, get it.
Oh, bless you, man. I feel like a little schoolgirl right now. Crazy.
Oh, you should see yourself.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Oh, look at the baby.
Oh, that's my girl.
That's a cutie.
Well, her big brother's gone now, but this one's left.
Oh,
so
Look at this
cute.
shit.
oh, she's adorable.
Crystal,
Yeah,
How
I
old
think
is she?
Crystal, you gonna say
I think,
blog talk or what?
I think 9 or something
Huh?
like that. I don't know. I don't
Sweet.
know how old any of my kids are.
Oh, yeah, we're ready for our after show.
We kind of really, we 10 minutes into it, but talk is still running. You want to say goodbye to Blog Talk and iHeartRadio?
Well, love you. Be cool, Blog Talk. Mm-hmm. Get out of here, mama.
Thank you. Okay, everybody,
You
go ahead and say
know,
your ending line for Blog Talk and iHeart.
Appreciate
Blog
y'all
Talk,
work out, sis. Whoa.
love you for joining. Peace, love, and hair grease. See ya.
Love it. Mm-hmm. So now I'm singing Bruno.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on see y'all got me.
Damn. Romper Room, shit, Sesame Street. What?
Thanks,
She's plus the guys.
I forgot where thank you so much for joining us tonight on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed our show as much as we have enjoyed bringing our show to you. We come to you every Wednesday for your midweek motivation. All of you who are still watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, please stick around for our after show, which has already started. So we're just ending our lament here on Blog Talk Radio. We will see you next week, where we will talk about some more juicy things. So get ready and please listen to it. And we're going to continue our relationship series, most definitely. And we will see you guys next week, same time, same channel. Come to you every Wednesday for your midweek motivation here on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So without further ado, this is CB for CB and the Boys signing off. We will see you soon. Bye-bye. And to Chris home.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
I cannot believe that I forgot to leave the show.
Exactly at one the universe is in your favor. The
Man. Am I discombobulated?
We see.
Well, hey, look. I don't know, boy. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this with this. Hey, she might come back next week. Her hair be all devil. She'll have one collar up his like.
Oh, she gonna be on Glow.
It's okay.
Okay. She gonna be on Glow.
She gonna come back. Everybody gonna be smeared. We're like, nice, cool. We talking.
Crystal, let me toss entertainment to you. Let me toss entertainment to you.
Aww.
Hey.
I'm on a diet till Saturday.
You sound good so far. It'll be about 20 minutes. See what happens.
Oh wow!
As long as he keep delivering you food, y'all be all right.
Yeah, delivering in person was really cool. Because he lives like 30 minutes away.
Just don't cook, is all I'm saying.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, he doesn't know that I have issues.
It'll be fun to find out together. Like do the whole thing.
That might be a deal maker.
Finish the meal. Like do all the baking out while you cutting up shit, and then like look like you like preparing together, and then y'all can go hot and heavy, and it'll look great. Shit won't come out. Kitchen will be a mess, and then y'all have one of those stories.
Hey, but you know what? He might know now because we got 2 people on YouTube, and he did say he was on YouTube and talking on the phone on both platforms. So I don't know. It might be already. It might be too late.
Hey, that's not a deal breaker.
This is how we're gonna know. If he does not show up on Friday for his own shit with her, that was a deal breaker.
He was still that was deal breaker. That was the 20%.
That was 20%.
He won't.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think that's the case. I think he might have probably been listening to the show and heard that at some point Crystal got a couple of challenges in the kitchen.
I'm buying Subway. Sandwich. Oh man, that I didn't see that coming tonight. That's wow. That was awesome.
None of us did. Shit.
That was very good.
My question is, how the hell did he call in and you not recognize the number?
Because when I said 602, it just never even dawned on me. And the thing is, when you talk to somebody, especially on your cell phone, who pays attention to the number? You just click a button, and it is,
So Crystal, the whole time he was talking, you didn't know it was him?
I knew.
Oh, you knew. Okay.
When I heard it.
That's why she was so
as soon as he started talking and said this is Bishop, she knew exactly who it was.
Yeah.
Hey nigga, she got quiet in the church mouse, didn't she? She was like,
yeah.
Bishop.
In that room you could have heard a rat piss on cotton. It's quiet as hell over there.
Is he like a bishop, or is he like Bishop from Juice?
He's a tall guy. He's 6'4".
What they got to do with Bishop?
What they got to do with the question?
The question is,
tell you that.
Is his name actually Bishop, or did they call him Bishop for another reason?
No, they just call him Bishop.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, you got a bigger chance if he was a real bishop and not really like all that in the kitchen. But damn, he just a bishop.
No. I'm glad he's not. I'm glad he's not, because that motherfucker is corrupt. He might have some bodies on him. Shit, that motherfucker might have 7 or 8, 9-year-olds under his belt. Fuck that. I'm glad that's a nickname. Good for him, nigga.
Hey,
real estate, not real fucking touching.
Damn, that's how you really feel.
Hey, look,
okay, so
I agree with him because I know a few bishops and ain't none of them
for
right.
real.
I know. Some crazy
he just used that as an alias when he called in.
I think he's running from the law now, huh? Is he a criminal?
No.
My kind of guy.
He wasn't sure if I wanted him to be identified. That's all.
No, that's cool. He did it the right way. He asked for permission. He said, "Look, I put in your corner. That was cool. The ball's in your court, but somebody was over here dribbling and it had shit to do with the ball, but it was in your court."
Right.
I ain't mad at you. We don't want no damn stories.
Wow.
That's dope.
Hey, but here all three of us when he said, okay, well, and this was a CB.
Hey,
I couldn't buy the weed for nothing. Two-piece me with that
my
one.
mouth stayed open. I was like,
two-piece me with that one.
Ooh, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I almost bumped into the end string button.
Look, it took a second for it to hit me. I was like, CB. Like,
hey, you know how you feel when your parents are fighting and you be trying to look for anything else to do and shit. You're like, Mom and Daddy didn't fight. Who was on TV? You was all like, ooh, shit.
Oh, man.
Dang.
Oh,
right.
That's why I have to talk to you guys about them, because I just want to jinx it, you know? You know, like when you meet somebody new, you tell somebody, and then next thing you know, it's over and you look stupid. And I'm like,
you mean like your last three?
Like shit,
yeah,
like my whole damn scenario. Like my whole damn scenario. We out there doing a damn thing, traveling, all kinds of shit, and all of a sudden, bye.
Nigga just flip out.
Later. Shit does happen. Yeah, man. I don't know. Look, you know what? I still don't know what happened. I know it was on some jealousy craze type shit that I didn't know was taking place, and all of a sudden he spazzed and just bounced, and I was like, all right, well.
Here's the question, Mimi. Was it somebody else you were working with? Because you know the circumstances under which you guys got together was fun.
No, it was us.
Yes, no,
so
but it was he had a moment because I was mourning my brother's death, my producer, because you know my producer just died like 2 weeks ago. I was mourning his death, and I wasn't giving him the attention that he thought I should have been giving him. And then he just woke up out of his sleep and just put his clothes on, got his shit, and left. And that was it. That was exactly what happened. So I was like, okay, well.
You know what? That might be a blessing. That might be a blessing in disguise.
Right.
Because anybody that impulsive, it's a whole lot of shit just barely below the surface that was waiting to come out.
Something else had to have been brewing in his world. That little bit of lack of attention because
that shouldn't do it. That should never
that
do
was
it.
like, yeah, and I, you know what? And I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Because I mean,
it's
you know what?
I care for him. I you know, it's all good. But you know what? I might have dodged a bullet.
Right, exactly.
Definitely.
So I guess
that's how I have to look at it in order for me to like, you know, just move on with my, you know, with my thing.
Right. Are you having a hard time? You having a hard time like with the closure part of it though?
Yes.
Like shit is. Yep.
Yes.
Shit is what it is, but it's like
I really am, because to me that was like super duper inconsiderate. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
That while I'm mourning, you just up and left. And then it's crazy because it's like my brother passed away, right? And then I call him my brother because we're just that tight. I mean, his fiance was here with him. She was the one that found him. I mean, like, you know that the whole team was moving from Wisconsin to be here. We was going to be working on some shit together. You don't talk to him on the phone times. I mean, it could not have possibly been that. I'm still trying to understand what happened, who did it.
See, right there, we're right there. You gotta see. One thing about I know for me, and I'm probably sure George is the same. Because men, look, I say it all the time. Men, we're like that box of 8 crayons, and y'all are 64. We can make the same colors. It takes a little more work, but because you're that box of 64 crayons, you have to understand a lot. You guys, you realize women ask why like 5 times more than men. We just develop acceptance. Doesn't mean we're better. Matter of fact, it could be the opposite. But when shit happens, we like, that's fucked up. It happened. Well, and then we move on. You ladies are like,
turn that light switch off. Turn on
I
the
need
next
to
one.
understand why. Like my daughter say it all the time. I don't understand. It's just the need.
No,
to
let me tell you
the
craziest part about this, because I guess, you know, since we're talking about it, we might as well talk about it. But he had sent me a message, right? And he was like, what happened? So, you know, I had to automatically act like,
nigga, you got up and left in the middle of the night. That's what the fuck happened.
That's really what happened. Exactly at like 3 a.m. Like, you got up, I looked at the clock like, you really doing this? Like, what just happened? You know, you over there mourning that nigga, and you ain't, you know, giving me no attention, and whoa. How did he become a whole nigga? He just passed away. Like, what? Are you crazy or something? But you know what? I put it in God's hands and I let it go, because at the end of the day, there's only so much that there's only so much I can do, and I'm not gonna babysit the situation. But when you care about somebody, you really want to know, like, okay, what is it that flipped you over the edge that we couldn't talk about or work out for you to have done that? And because you send me a message asking me what happened, means that something is really happening.
Or there's an or. Maybe he was just looking for an excuse
to do something else
because he already had something else going on.
No. Let me tell you how. Let me tell y'all how crazy this shit is. Right? You leave from where we at to go a couple doors over to watch me.
You see what I'm saying?
That's some cringy shit.
He already had another plan.
That was something else going on.
He was waiting on it. He was waiting on an excuse. I'm telling you. Yes. He was looking for an excuse. He already had a whole nother plan. And he was looking for an excuse.
Believe it or not, sometimes people will self-sabotage because normal shit scares the hell out of people. Like when you're so used to controversy, drama, and madness, when you get calm in your life, when you get normal, it's almost like it's too good to be true, and they know it's gonna crash and burn, so they sabotage it. And he's like, I can't take it. You're going to do something.
The thing about it is that people and most men, right, in my life have expected me to be the one to be like, okay, she's gonna be crazy, she's gonna cheat on me, she's gonna have a bunch of attention, all kind of niggas gonna be calling her phone all hours of the night. They're always thinking that I'm gonna come with a bunch of dramatic shit, and I am the most calm person, baby. What do you need? How can I help you? Let me massage your feet. Let me massage your whole body. What's wrong? You got an itch somewhere? Let me scratch it. Let me rub your back to sleep. Like I am that chick.
But if you know what, if somebody ain't used to it, it doesn't matter. What did we say earlier? Your deal breaker and mine are different. His deal breaker and hers are different. And what you see is normal, I might see is so abnormally eerie that it'll freak me out. Look, if all you knew was just calamity, and then you get some shit like that, you're gonna be spit. And I know you're thinking, is this dude crazy? Maybe. But if you know for a fact you did your 111, you did your job, you handled it like you were supposed to, and you can say, look, I was the best I could be at that, and you know you didn't no lying, no disappearing, no whatever. Then you gotta understand his demons were gonna come out sooner, not even later, sooner. And that shit might have put you in the same position you've been in before, which we don't want.
And I think with me being such a spiritual human being, because I pray a lot, I pray on everything. I pray on every single thing up in here. You know what I'm saying? Especially where I'm at. I pray about everything that passes outside the door. I pray about a horn outside. I pray about shit. Look, I heard fireworks tonight. I thought it was the end of the world. Somebody was literally outside with fireworks, and you wouldn't think that somebody like me would be spooked out, but I get spooked out at shit like that. Like, you know, don't let some little freaking shadow come across the screen right here. I'll be like, what the fuck was that? Wait a minute, I gotta pray about this.
Don't ever. If you come to Kansas City, we gonna meet up somewhere else. Don't come. We ain't gonna come to my. Don't come to my neighborhood.
No.
Oh Lord.
Because you're going to be singing all night long. It's 4th of July. It's 4th of July 24/7 around here.
So, you know, so I pray about stuff. And the one thing that I always ask God for, because I'm like, you know what? I'm seeing that this is going in a serious direction. And I have a thing with asking God to reveal things to me that, you know what I'm saying, I know that I'm not going to be able to tolerate if it comes up later. And all of a sudden, when shit starts to happen, I'll be like, okay, that's the thing right there. And I just respect it and I let it be. But still, you still damn near want closure. And when you don't have that, it's like, damn, you know. But you know, and
I get it. But again,
as I go, I'm slowly just letting it go. Like, you know what?
Okay, let me ask you a question. What could he have told you, considering you really put your all into it? And again, when we were on the show together and things like that, you know, the vibe and the chemistry seemed real chill. But my question is, what could he have told you that would have made you be like, oh, okay, I understand, I get it?
I have no idea. Because I know for sure that I did my billion.
That's my point. I'm not bullshitting, but exactly. If you know, if you got a checklist and it's like Mimi's checklist, yep, I did that. Yep. And again, nobody's perfect. Again,
Right.
Who the hell knows
Right.
what whim is in somebody's head? But if you know for a fact, yo, I didn't leave any stone unturned when it came to taking care of you, and you still dip, that's fucking personal. So that's why I'm saying you want closure, you don't need it. What you realize is, you know what? I had somebody that clearly didn't have the ability at the time to receive. They didn't have the ability to appreciate and receive, and good, and good for us, because you know what? I'm better prepared for the next go around. It's just the truth.
Rephrase it for you.
You don't need the answer. You want it. It'll be nice to know.
Look,
you don't need it.
I'm gonna rephrase it. Yeah, you don't need closure. Closure is the wrong word, because the way you're handling yourself and how you're dealing with it right now means you have closure. What you looking for is an explanation.
And
there's a difference.
Right.
And it's the explanation that you're curious about, and that you're going to continue to be curious about until you get it. You know what I'm saying? And if you never get it, you're still going to be curious about it. 10 years, 15, 20 years from now, you're going to be like, I really wonder what happened. Why the hell is that no? But you ain't going to give a fuck. You ain't even going to give a fuck. You're like, you don't even care at that point. You know what I'm saying? 20 years, just 20 years later. You got 32 kids and 2 new movies, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even really caring in the world, but you're going to wonder, what in the hell did that motherfucker do that? And if you run into him 30 years from now and y'all have a conversation, you're going to be like, so why did you get up and leave? Because you just want an explanation.
Right, right.
There's a difference between explanation and closure.
And closure, that's right.
You already have closure.
Yes.
That means that you have accepted what has happened.
Right.
And at this point in time, now you're okay with it.
Right.
You've already said that. You're okay with it. As soon as you're okay with it, that's closure.
Right.
Okay. So you have closure.
Yeah.
You just want that explanation of why. Because you don't have an idea. You don't know why. So that's gonna bug you forever.
Yeah.
But all it's gonna do is trickle in the back of your head. Eventually that'll fade. It may take a while, but eventually that'll fade.
Right.
I've been there. Literally, I've been there with somebody. And eventually it just faded.
Yeah.
Eventually. It may take a while.
I agree. Sometimes when it's unexpected, just the answer alone makes you go, come on. I mean, even you go, look, it's fine, it's done. But I would really love to know, because it could be a misunderstanding, and you go, well, maybe that could be fixed. Or it could just be like, damn, did I inadvertently say or do something? Yeah, I think it's almost like when people kill a bunch of people and then they shoot themselves. That's no closure, because you're like, you can't find out for real.
If it was her or him. That's what she wants to know, if it was her or him. But as long as you know,
she's racking her brain, because if we go off the checklist, you cross your T's and dot your I's. Doesn't mean you couldn't have made a comment. Yeah, you could have made a comment just in general, and he was like, "Oh, that's how she really feels," and it's stupid.
Deal breaker.
If you could have been like, you know what, I hate color blue, and that's his favorite color, and he's thinking, shit, I don't know you hated blue so much. All I wear is blue. It could have been anything goofy, but the fact he didn't give you a fair shake, at least hearing it, that's tough.
That's the part that eats at you. That's the part that's eating at you, and that's the explanation. You already got closure, because you know the moment the moment you had closure, when you walked past him in the hallway, and you didn't even look twice. You went on about your business.
Let me tell you.
At that moment, that's when you had closure.
Well, let me tell you how crazy that shit is that you just saying. Because we did cross each other outside. I was going to the ice machine.
Yeah,
and he's coming down the stairs. Yeah,
you told us.
We came this close. We could have just kissed. We came this close, and I just looked at him like he was nobody, and I just stepped to the side and kept on walking.
That was closure.
He looked like a total stranger to me.
The fact that you could do that, with no complications, that was your closure right there.
Yeah.
What you have now is a need for explanation.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's all.
Yeah. And in a second, ain't even gonna be that, because somebody's gonna come and sweep me off my feet and be like, "Baby, you don't even need to know what that shit was about no more, because I got you."
Oh, but see, at that point, it's really gonna be, it'll be completely moot. Then it'll be like, whatever, because again, I'm pretty sure in your mind you're like, that's your loss anyway, considering. You didn't leave any door open for him to be like, okay, let me do that. That's your loss, bro. If you're not fully ready,
to accept something. It's the worst shit in the world. It's been, a very young teenager, like a high-powered vehicle. They're gonna wreck that motherfucker. So you put something like that in his hands, and he just drove it into a wall. So take your keys back and walk the fuck on, and give it to somebody who can drive it a little better. But I get the curiosity of it, but just trust it. If you did everything that you could, so that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Some people don't get that shot.
Well, some men.
But shit, we are. Hey, listen.
A woman that's got her shit together, an accomplished woman, a woman that not only can talk the talk but walk the walk. Some men can't handle that. So you dodged the bullet on that one, because and that can handle being with a strong, beautiful woman. Period.
Well, thank you for that compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honey, if you think, the thing is, everybody kind of, and I that couldn't be more accurate. I think the term, handle always bothers me about men and women, because we say she can't handle this, he can't handle that. I've said it before and I say it again. I feel like animals in the zoo are meant to be handled, but I get the point that we're making. It's like, if you're not equally yoked, then it can be difficult. Because even if you're outwardly appearing to be some way, be that supportive or whatever, inwardly this person's probably dying inside, because maybe I'm not keeping up, or I'm not matching up. Maybe I convinced you that I was somewhere or someone that I'm not yet. And you know how people, that's why I don't like when people go, talking into existence, or fake it, you make whatever the fuck people say. I mean, it's like, I get that to some degree, but you can't do that in real life, because if you're doing it with someone, you can't fake it. Now, if you're like, look, I just started this job, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but shit, I'm just gonna write some shit down until I learn. That's cool. But if you and I are together, if we're in, I can't pretend that look, if I go, babe, I'm going to work out every day, and then I come back in a month later and I'm either fatter or skinnier or more out of shape, or you gonna be like, nigga, what is you paying for this membership for? Like your shirt's getting all loose, motherfucker. You know. So yeah, you have to live it. You have to own it and to live it. And it seems like with your conviction, no matter what that is, if it was on what you were working on or whatever, if someone can't flow with your passion, your conviction, and things like that, and something like that, that's just an excuse. Any excuse will do. If I walk in and go, what's all these dishes all the place for? And I left the fucking dishes, I'm just looking for a reason. I'm looking for a way out. You know what? Let me do you a favor. Show yourself out. So yeah, I think we all agree you dodged that bullet, because any dude that get sensitive about a month, listen, somebody I loved, and this person ain't here no more, and a motherfucker who was helping us get to the next level.
Yeah.
And you upset about that? You ain't said shit. He ain't said shit about the niggas on the screen with you, nothing like that. He upset because your heart's broken over your brother. Over your partner that you riding with. That's a way deep issue. Then trust me, we talk baggage. That nigga got a fucking full. If that bothered him, he could never be. What if he get a syndicated show?
Baggage.
What if we got a
baggage ain't the word? He got luggage.
Y'all got to dress up and fly. That nigga would have been look. Now you trying to hide behind the fucking curtain in some goddamn footies with a motherfucking sawed off and your hair in rollers because you jealous of your girl. You can tell somewhere.
Right.
Nah, we not. So yeah, that's cool. You're next, baby. You coming? Yours is coming up, and we're gonna grill him
honey. He out there. He out there, honey. He out there. I already told the universe, just do what you got to do.
God send it to him. God send it to you.
Yes, honey. I'm gonna let God send it to me, because I ain't looking for shit out here.
Yeah, I quit looking. I feel you on that one.
Yeah,
see, that's what happened.
Given up. I gave up.
As soon as you gave up, God was like, "Nah, you ain't up. I got something for you."
No, he told her, take out them empty ass Target bags and get them out your lap so I can put this man's head in it. Shit, she's sitting on the goddamn Walmart bags full of bullshit and receipts and shit. Once she cleared that out, look, you clean out your closet, you got room to put a nigga in there. Hide him in there.
Amen. Okay. Okay. But you want somebody that's gonna love you through the hard times, the good times. I want someone that'll be there for me at my worst. Like a guy I was dating when my dad passed, he wasn't even at the funeral with me. He wasn't even there for me when my dad died, and our relationship basically was over. Because if you can't be there for me when I need you the most, why are you?
Why are you there at all? Yeah.
Right.
Because I could do good and bad by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because it's people showed up that didn't have no business showing up for real.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, she wanted to say goodbye to, nigga. She wanted to say goodbye to. Look, I already know how black fathers are, so whatever.
Yeah,
but
man.
nah, that's real though. That's real. So
yes.
I don't know why you act like
I appreciate y'all. It's so much love. I love it.
We got you, girl. We got you.
Yes. Yes.
Always.
And tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be on a flight to Ohio to work with my entire OBSB team.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got a whole team out there. Dayton.
I got homegirl in Dayton. I know people.
Yeah. Dayton is a different breed, but those are my boys. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're doing some things, and and interestingly, I'm actually one of the guys from the entire project that I'm working on. He is working on a film project. He's done the play, he's done the book, and now he's doing the movie. And I'm going to be the second assistant director on his movie.
Congratulations!
Thank you, baby. I'm gonna be out there a couple of days working on his project, and then I get back, and then I'm getting flown out to California to do a commercial for AT&T.
Oh, I'm gonna meet you in Cali. I'm just in AZ. I can be up there in 7 hours.
Hey.
Just let me know when you need to be up there. I will meet you up there. We'll
me too.
Hey, you know who she needs to who she needs to meet while she's up there?
Who?
Jimmy.
Oh, my brother. Yeah.
Nah, Chris, you can't bring no sand to the because see, she gonna be if she do that, it's gonna be no good. Mimi, see, she gonna be booed up or looking for a brother. Call me, cause see, I'm thinking that
Hold on, Jimmy. She ain't got to worry about this with Jimmy. Jimmy is the updated RuPaul. Okay.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about her being booed up. I'm talking about her. What? I ain't talking about Jimmy. I don't give a fuck. Hey, Jimmy can bring all of his men. I don't give a fuck about Jimmy. We talk her. Hey, I used to bounce in a drag club. That shit don't do shit but tickle me.
Hey, but I do have to. We're gonna have to get our cousin on the show one time.
Yeah.
I'm going to put some. The man, when I tell you, he's a clothing designer, and when I tell you he got mad skills, he got mad skills. I mean, if you go to his Facebook page and just look at the outfits and scroll through the shit that he wears, the shit that he does shows, and just look at all his shit, you'll be like, God damn.
Yeah, he even does
y'all gotta send me that link so I can check him out.
Yeah, James Poole. He's amazing. In Vogue has worn his stuff. Jada Pinkett Smith, Vivica Fox has worn his stuff. Kim Whitley wears his stuff. Yeah, he's got some really, really nice pieces.
He's
really
the real deal, huh?
He is.
Nice. I love the real deal.
Yeah, he's my big brother.
Because you never know, you know what I'm saying? Like working with artists and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna be and we didn't discuss it, but I'm gonna be working with Amen Ra on his music. I'm gonna represent him and I'm gonna get him out on overseas platforms.
There you go.
Count me in.
He's super ready.
He is.
He's super ready.
Count me in.
He just needs a break. He just needs a break. So I'm holding his hand and I'm dragging him out there overseas.
Good. Count me in.
You know what? That's when it's gonna start to blow up for him. As soon as he leaves this border, He gets off of this continent. And he gets off of this continent.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole different game. He's gonna be like, the hell with America at this point.
Coming out and stuff. That'll be a really, really, really good avenue for him to do some collaborations.
Yeah. I'm dealing with my people out in New Zealand right now to do the really big tours and the big stages, and I'm gonna throw that boy up on the stage. Got to.
Sweet.
Got to.
Sweet. Count me in, girl. Count me in. That will be
honey.
amazing.
Look, my whole CB team gonna be counted in because that's gonna be with time. So with time, that means that everybody can save money. Whoever could come out, we're gonna do it big.
Yes.
Look, we need to do something about. I know that we had talked about it before with Miss Lady. What's her name again? With the bus. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Oh, it's still Python, Miss Python.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the brilliant bus. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because what was his name?
Oh, why, guys?
What was the name of the artist that had worked with her?
I know that was with it. That was on the show.
And he was on the show.
Yes, he's awesome.
George, pull up the
I like him.
I can't remember his name. Oh my gosh!
You guys have the show. The show is
Yeah.
The show is on the Facebook page, right?
We do. Hey, I still have the his name was Bradley, something Bradley.
And you know what? Hold on a second, because I think I did get his name, his number, I think.
And I got the flyer.
Let me see something right quick. Nope, I guess I didn't.
I know I do. Was it Derek Bradley?
No, that don't even sound familiar.
Derek Bradley. Hold on, I got it written down. Hold on.
I'm gonna scroll through for the sake of us not like wasting too much time on the air.
That's what I'm looking for.
Page and scroll until I find it.
I got it. I got it right here. I have everything written down. The last name was Bradley.
I'm reading shit.
Demetrius Bradley. It was Demetrius Bradley. Yeah, he had worked with Miss Pfeiffer, and he said that because he has a mobile stage, and he said that we could put together like a show or something, and he'd be willing to bring his mobile.
Right.
That's right. We need to do something. God forbid something happens to that lady.
I know. You're right. It
would just be nice to do something, whether it's this year later on or next year early or something.
Let's get there.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2022 might probably be a better year to do stuff.
Probably spring of 2022, probably.
Yeah. When the weather breaks, because I don't do shit in the cold.
But we can start planning for it now.
You live in that shit.
Huh?
You live in that shit. That's why I moved.
I don't look. I
don't know why we couldn't think of it. That was the same show. That was the same show.
Even here in Georgia, I don't do. That's the reason why I work from home, wherever that is.
Yeah, all it's got to do is snow enough to make a footprint in Georgia. Y'all fucking shut it down and crash and kill each other.
It don't even have to make a footprint, bro. It don't even have to make a footprint. When I was living there and I was in that apartment in Gwinnett the first time, and they had a snow flurry. And on the news, I'm looking at the news in the morning, and they shutting down schools and government offices and everything, telling people to stay home. And and I said, "Damn, it's a blizzard outside." I walk out on the porch.
That's because they're not equipped. They're not equipped to like deal with that shit. No trucks, no salt. They're not equipped.
And it wasn't even as soon as it touched anything, it melted. I'm like, for real.
And what's the first thing niggas buy? Niggas buy water, bread, and fucking batteries. What's wrong with them? You niggas don't get nothing worth having nigga bread. Fucking that'd be I don't get it.
Bread and tuna fish.
My rice surprise, tuna mayo
All right,
and
y'all.
rice.
Well,
Super healthy.
well,
Tuna fish sandwiches like a mug.
yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do.
It's good.
I gotta crash though, folks. I gotta get up. I got shit to do. I love it. I love it.
Hey, me and you both for real.
So I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip.
Okay. Well, beautiful people, it's been nice. Thank you guys again for having me again and again and again.
Yes.
And let's do this again next week.
Love you. Love y'all. Love y'all. I'm out.
Absolutely.
Love y'all too.
Let me know you made it safely.
Yes. I will.
YouTube, good night.
Yeah,
Thank you for hanging out with us. We still got 2 people on YouTube watching us.
Aww.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
That's what the after show is all about.
Thank you. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Peace, love, and hair grease.